Live from the Brickyard in Hobart, Indiana, Regional Radio Sports and RRSN.com presents the 2014 Boys and Girls High School Soccer season here in Northwest Indiana, where this evening in a non-conference matchup to conclude the 2014 season, the Hobart Brickies host the Merrillville Pirates in boys soccer. Good evening, everybody. Mike Knezevich along with Kent Rosenbaum. We also have Garrett Farrell along with Ariana Jimenez joining us here. They're going to be working the camera out here this evening as we get set for this matchup here between the Pirates and the Brickies. The visiting Merrillville Pirates coming in with a record of 9-7-0. They are 1-6 in the Duneland Athletic Conference this season. And the Hobart Brickies checking in with a record of 6-3, and they are 3-3 in the NWCC. It is senior night tonight out here at the Brickyard in Hobart. And we're going to send it to the PA announcer here in a second. But first, we want to thank our sponsors, and they include the United States Marine Corps, along with ArcelorMittal. Also, Teachers Credit Union. Visit them on the web at tcunet.com to learn more. Also, by Breakthrough Podiatry, a revolution in healthcare and foot care. We also want to thank State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Also, by Centier Bank, independently owned and operated by the Schrog family since 1895. Also by Christensen Chevrolet, located at 45th and Indianapolis Boulevard in Highland. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by the Tauber Law Offices on Eagle Ridge Drive in Sherrville. The Northwest Indiana Soccer League on the website at nwisl.com. We also want to thank the Chicago Fire at 888 MLS Fire, or you can check them out online at chicago-fire.com for tickets and upcoming matches at Toyota Park in Bridgeview. Also, Horizon Bank, offering exceptional service and sensible advice for over 140 years. Scapel Buick GMC Cadillac. Experience the Scapel difference at Scapel Buick GMC Cadillac in Merrillville and Valparaiso. Also by Tech Credit Union for vehicle financing as low as 0.99% for up to 36 months at techcu.org. Also by Schwartz Retson CPA, certified public accounting firm serving Northwest Indiana since 1926. By Albert's Diamond Jewelers on Main Street in Sherrville and in the Westfield South Lake Mall in Hobart. Also by Levin Tire Center with 7 Northwest Indiana locations, earning your trust one day at a time since 1918. By the Millennium Soccer Association Vardar, a premier soccer club in Northwest Indiana for boys and girls U8 through U18 at millenniumsoccer.org. And also by Automasters, an ASC certified repair shop on Calumet Avenue in Hammond. We also want to thank tonight's Hobart sponsors that have stepped up and helped us to be able to bring all the exciting action here of senior night tonight on Regional Radio Sports. And they include the Hobart Elks Lodge, number 1152, located at 3580 West 81st Avenue in Hobart. We also want to thank the Hobart Assembly of God at 7545 East Ridge Road in Hobart. Special thanks go out to Gill's Auto Repair on Beach Street in Valparaiso. And also we want to thank the Hobart Soccer Club and Hank Pimentel for their terrific support of student athletes. And right now, Matt Plezak, the star sweeper of the Hobart Brickies, is being introduced here. And Kent, a great night here to recognize the student athletes for all their hard work, their 4 years here at Hobart High School.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful, crisp evening tonight. The Hobart boys are going to be recognized. Got a pretty good crowd here to see the game, but it's a bittersweet night. I mean, it's one of those things that this is the end. This is the last time you're going to play for Hobart, and this is being the season finale and the last game here. It can bring a tear to your eye.
Todd Burns now being introduced. Todd will be getting the start tonight, as well as Matt Plezak. Matt, of course, a multiple sport athlete here at Hobart High School, also plays for the football team.
Yeah, he's a kicker for the football team. Does a fine job there. We saw him the other night put a couple away, so does a great job for him.
After graduation, he plans to go to Purdue University Calumet and pursue a bachelor's in general engineering, and then get a master's of civil engineering at Purdue West Lafayette.
Young lad's going to be an engineering fool here.
Oh, yeah. Double major in engineering.
That's great.
Wow.
That's great.
Todd Burns.
I know somebody is going to be hitting the books a little bit.
Big time. Big time.
Good
You
for
know,
him.
the one thing that's good too is that soccer is something you can continue to play. We were talking about this the other day when we were doing the Lake Central Chesterton game that it was senior night also, and in football for a lot of kids that aren't going on to college, that's the last time they're going to put on a uniform. At least with soccer, there's plenty of activity that you can play around the area, indoor, outdoor, so you can continue playing the game you love. But other sports, you really got to work hard and find something to go ahead and continue to play the sport that you love. Now, some people will switch to rugby from football, which I did after college. But
KJ Haluska now being introduced here, and boy, what a terrific career this young man has had. He's gone through the tough times as well as the good. This particular season, 93 saves for KJ, 26 goals against only in 15 games with a shutout.
Captain, stopper, Vincent Olmos.
Yeah, but you have 1.73 goals against, so he had a good year in the net.
Here comes Vince Olmos now, the stopper for the Brickies.
13 years. He's a captain and plays stopper for your Hobart Brickies. Vincent is a member of the National Honor Society. His favorite subject is English. Vincent's favorite teacher is Mr. May. After graduation, he plans on attending college to become an attorney. Vincent's favorite memory of the team is when KJ imitates everyone on the team. Vincent would like to thank his coaches and teammates who become his family. Special thanks to his parents, family, and friends. Go Brickies. His advice for the team: remember to play with your hearts on your sleeves. We're going to shock the world. Once again, Vincent Olmos.
Vincent will be playing one of the two stopper positions in the 3-5-2 defensive scheme.
Next up, number 37, Joe Betzer. He is escorted by his parents, Melissa and Dave.
Joe Betzer's going to get a start tonight as well.
Joe plays defense for the Brickies.
He'll also be one of the two stoppers in that diamond formation in the back for Coach Hutchins.
Joe enjoys watching soccer, and his favorite teams are Real Madrid and Argentina. The people who inspire Joe the most are his parents, coach, and friends. After graduation, Joe plans to study criminal justice and law enforcement. Joe also plans to enlist in the Navy and enroll in college. He would like to give special thanks to his coaches and teammates who have become like family. And special thanks to his parents, family, and friends for support. Go Brickies. Go Betzer.
All of you getting a chance to shake Coach's hands at the end of the walk across. A good hug. This is this group of players here has been with Hutch the whole 4 years. Hutch came here 4 years ago, took over the varsity program 2 years last year. So he's been with these for this group for the last 4 years.
Shocking everyone and beating Andrean.
Number 23 now, Nico Spagnola, making his way towards midfield.
Mr. Hamaker. Nico is currently undecided for after graduation plans, but may seek a degree in criminal justice. Nico would like to thank his mom and dad and coach for helping him get better. Number 23, Nico Spagnola.
His team, Kent, went from
number 2,
not winning any games during their freshman year to now being competitive with 6 wins and 3 ties this year.
Yeah, they're 6-3 and 3 in the conference.
Miguel Marcano certainly has made his mark on this team as the left fullback.
Betty Ring has also been a huge supporter, bringing him to games and cheering him on throughout the years. After graduation, Juan would like to get a bachelor's degree in engineering. Juan's favorite soccer memory was a fishbowl, but he will always remember the last game in Hebron that had a surprise win. Juan would like to thank his grandma, Betty Ring, and Coach Hutchins. Miguel Marcano.
Nice flip. Does he do gymnastics too? That was good.
Maybe he could use that on some throw-ins.
Yeah. Jordan Garp. He's escorted by his mom, Gail. Jordan's position is out back And this is his second year.
Jordan Carr is also going to get a start tonight as well.
Is the teamwork involved in the sport.
He'll be at the left midfield spot for the Bricks.
Engineering, and his favorite teacher is Mr. Vermusen. Jordan wants to go to college and pursue a degree in engineering. Jordan wants to thank his parents and coaches for working with him and supporting him. Number 26, Jordan Carr.
Well, all these student athletes have certainly seen the good and the bad as far as results on the pitch, but overall their efforts are starting to be rewarded this year, and they're hoping to be able to make some noise coming up in the sectional next week.
Yeah, well, Wednesday, actually.
Yeah.
They'll be taking on Portage, who they tied.
Double threes now coming across, and that is Martin Holland. Marty, as he's affectionately known, with a goal this season. He's going to be actually moved up top tonight at the left wing position.
Martin's advice for the team: run, run, run. Before season to get into shape. Number 33, Martin Holland.
Nice big hug there for Hutch.
We would like to send some thank yous out for John Hutchins, our head coach, Don Decker, assistant coach. Michael
Nice job, Ariana, there as we pan across and get this group of seniors. Again, Marty Holland, Todd Burns, also Jordan Carr, Joe Betzer, Nico Spagnola, Miguel Marcano, Vince Olmos, and Matt Plezak, along with the keeper, KJ Haluska. A terrific group of kids, Kent, that has certainly put in a lot of hard work in their 4 years here at Hobart High School.
Well, they can be credited, too, at launching this program into the next steps, because they were part of the turnaround last year. Last year they were 3-11-2. This year now they're 6-6-3. So, I mean, they've turned the program around. They've got it going in the right direction, so hats off to these young lads. They could have easily dropped out years ago when the things were bad, but they stuck with it for the love of the game and dedication to each other. So, hats off to these guys. They learned a lot out there. They may not have won a lot, but they sure learned a lot about guts and sticking with it.
I've become a better person because of you. To Nico Spagnola, I wish that you would have come to us sooner. There is an old saying: you can teach skills, but you cannot teach speed. And that best describes you. To Joey Betzer and Jordan Carr, 2 years were not enough for you. You two have improved so much that I know that you wish that you were sophomores. To Todd Burns, Miguel Francano, Martin Holland, Vince Olmos, Matt Plezak, and KJ Alaska. You have a simple philosophy here at soccer. We are one. It is only 8 letters, 3 small words, but it brings so much power to this program. You 6 players have brought this philosophy to our team each and every day for the past 4 years that you have played soccer here at Hobart. You were the driving force for our success and the resurgence of this program. I will always remember what you have done for me to help push this team in growing in a positive manner throughout the season. For all of the seniors and their parents, I have one final thought. I want you all to know that these young men have made it easy for me to coach this team. They have always believed in me and have always shown me nothing but love. I know that these young men will be very successful in their future goals. I will
John
always
Hutchins,
have
the
a
head
place in my
coach.
heart for these young men. When you play your last game, when you walk away from this Hobart soccer team, you will always be a part of this family, and always, always remember that. We are one. Coach Hutchins.
Nice words by Hutch to his team, to his seniors. Now he's pushing them out in the field, say, boys, let's go.
Got a game to play here.
Enough of this sentiment. Let's go.
So congratulations to Coach and the seniors on that particular situation. And let's go ahead and hear from Hutch right now, the head coach of the Hobart Brickies, talking a little bit about the situation with the season this year, the comeback, the resurgence of Hobart soccer, as well as prognosis here heading into the sectional.
and they're both foreign exchange students. And then injuries. Right from the edge.
Pre-game coverage continues here at the Brickyard on RRSN.com and Regional Radio Sports. Brian Pass, the head coach of the Merrillville Pirates, is going to join us here. And Coach, 9-7 so far in the season this year. Some highs and some lows throughout the campaign. And, taking a look at the source here with the exception of the loss to number 1 Chesterton in the state, you guys have been in pretty much every game this year?
You know what? I've been real happy with this team. It's 16 seniors, and so we kind of pushed all the chips in this year and said we're going to go for it. And they've been very competitive. We started out the season some tough 1-0 losses, both to Portage and LaPorte. It just shows how tough the DAC is this season. But yeah, as I said, we've really, as much as we've had some tough losses, we've learned from every game. And one of the highlights for us this year is we went down to Bloomington and won our division at the Hoosier Cup, which was almost a decade that we've been down there. It's the first time we've ever done that. And so we've had some good teams that have gone down there. But as I said, I told these guys I was real proud of them. And we went down there, and all 3 of our games were shutouts. And 2 of them were the likes of Bloomington North and Washington. And so they're real good quality wins for us. And again, it's coming near the end of the season. And as I said, we had a tough loss to Crown Point, 2-0. But I think it was good to play them. And I think our guys know what we need to do here to hopefully give them a real competitive game on Wednesday.
Coach, multiple student athletes with a lot of assists this season, so the wealth has been spread out pretty good in the lineup. Has that been a kind of a product of the fact that you do have a veteran-laced team, or is it just listening to what the coach has to say?
Well, I'd love to say that it's listening to what the coach has to say, but I definitely think it's a product of both. As I said, these are really great guys. This is really is my 18th year at Merrillville and 21st overall, and this is one of probably the most fun seasons I've had. I've really enjoyed it. It's a great group of guys, and part of I think what it is, we really don't have that specific go-to guy, and in a way I think that helps us as a team, because when other teams come out, it's not that I think we're Chesterton, we know, okay, you got to get Billy Beal, you got to get Odell, you got these 2 or 3 guys that you got to focus in on. On our team, I'm not sure anyone has any one guy. Jorge Osoria leads our team in goals right now. He's a junior, and Jamal Duke is right behind him. But we also got some other guys. David Rodriguez leads our team in assists. So we really have kind of spread the wealth. And like I said, a lot of our guys play a lot of different positions. So they know at any one time they may be asked to do something a little different than they're used to.
In between the pipes, Bradley Brack has just continued his excellence over there, coming back from the all-conference and all-district performance from last year. What can you say about the young man? I mean, he's like an extra defender back there, a 5th guy. He knows when to come out when there's crosses, and he can communicate back there as well.
He's just an incredible kid to have. As I said, I've been real fortunate over the years to have several really good goalkeepers, and someone asked me the other day, is he the best that you've ever had? And it's real tough. And what I finally said is I kind of look at it as I have a Mount Rushmore of goalkeepers here. I got Peter Brasvin, I have Jeff Jelenik, who's also one of my coaches now, and then Bradley and his older brother Brandon. So I would kind of put the Mount Rushmore of Merrillville goalies up there, and Bradley definitely belongs up there with those other 3. And as I said, what he does is, I think, I said this is probably the first time in about 6 or 7 years that we've got to 9 wins. And if we can find a 10th win here, that'll be the first time we have double-digit wins since the last time we went 20-4 and ended up fortunate enough to go down to the Final Four. So Bradley's a huge product of that, along with these other guys that have worked so hard to get double-digit wins in more than a decade. And I said what Bradley does is he gives us a chance to win every single game. That there's some years in the past years where you go into a game and you go, we're playing this team, we're playing that team, and we're probably not going to win. You never tell the guys that, but in your mind you might think that. This year I can say that every time we step down the field, I can think in my head, we have a chance to win this game, and it definitely always starts with Bradley and what he can demonstrate between those pipes.
Brian Pass, the head coach of the Merrillville Pirates, Kent, and Brian certainly has put up some very phenomenal numbers during his career, and of course took those two teams down to Indianapolis at the beginning of the millennium.
Yeah, he's had his good years and his bad years. Lately, he's been going through a drought. Early 2000s and late the 90s, he was Merrillville was just the powerhouse. In the last decade or so, things have been kind of down. He's kind of turning the program around, but he's always stuck with it. He's very, very good with the kids. They all love him, and that's why he keeps the program going, and now he's got it turned in the right direction. Would be nice for him to see him get his 10 wins, but not against the Hobart Brickies. Sorry about that, Brian, but they've done a nice job here putting things back together. And Bradley Brack, what else can you say about the keeper of theirs? I mean, he's got a 1.25 goals against. He's only let in 20 goals all year, so 7 shutouts on the season here. So he's done an excellent job. And he's got a nice, like he mentioned, he's got a nice mix and match type of team here where he can just move people around, and they're happy to fill in on the team where they can help out.
Our pregame interview with Coach Hutchins is going to be brought to us by the Hobart Soccer Club. Regional Radio Sports Network wants to thank the Hobart Soccer Club for sponsoring a portion of today's broadcast here on RRSN. Home to 2 3v3 national championship teams, the club wishes best of luck to the boys team tonight and in the postseason tournament, as well as Colleen Newell and the girls team in their postseason tournament as well. Best of luck, Brickies, during the 2014 high school soccer postseason from the Hobart Soccer Club. You can find out more information about the Hobart Soccer Club on their website at hobartsoccer.com. Pre-game coverage continues here at the Brickyard on RRSN.com and Regional Radio Sports. John Hutchins, the head coach of the Hobart Brickies, is going to join us. And Coach, tie last time out on the road against Michigan City in the Duneland Athletic Conference. 6-6-3 so far in the first 15 games of the season, and even up in the conference. Analyze how your team's performed through the regular season here in 2014.
Well, we started off really strong, and then we started having that injury bug, and we're placing guys in there and next man up, and the younger guys are really playing well.
How's that been going for you as far as the rotation and giving some of the guys some experience that normally wouldn't have had it during the regular season now as you head towards the sectional?
Well, we have a couple of young men that have really played well against Michigan City, and they're both going to play tonight, so I'm hoping that if we still run these injury bugs that they're ready to go.
KJ Aluska, your senior goalkeeper, doing a great job with a 1.73 goals against average, 93 saves this season. He's also picked up a shutout. Analyze his performance here as he goes into a senior night tonight.
Well, he's one of the most what's the word I'm looking for here? Intense individuals I've ever met. He's very competitive. And he's got the right attitude, because if he gets scored on, he doesn't let that bother him, and he worries about the next shot. So he's got the right attitude for that position.
Matt Plezak has really held the ground for you in the back there at sweeper, and kind of coming back from playing more of an offensive role for you. And how has he been able to adjust to that? And certainly his performance speaks volumes as the goals against average have gone way down.
Well, that's what he's played premier his whole life, and he always plays defense, so it's a natural fit for him, and he does it well. So,
Coach, let's go with the keys of the game here. You're taking on a Merrillville team that is going to be heading into their sectional over at their place. You're taking on a Duneland team here. It is senior night tonight. What are you looking for to get out of your side here as you guys head towards that tough sectional over at Portage?
Well, of course, we're always looking for a win. We're a little bit short on bodies, but the younger guys that have stepped in, they're doing really well. We got 3 seniors that don't get a lot of playing time, but they're going to play tonight.
Thanks very much for the time, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you.
John Hutchins, the head coach of the Hobart Brickies, joining us here on the pregame show on RRSN.com and Regional Radio Sports. And Regional Radio Sports Network wants to thank the Hobart Soccer Club for sponsoring a portion of tonight's broadcast. Home to 2 3v3 national championship teams, the club wishes best of luck to the boys team tonight and in the postseason tournament, as well as Colleen Newell and the girls team in their postseason tournament. Best of luck, Brickies, during the 2014 high school soccer postseason from the Hobart Soccer Club. You can find more information about the Hobart Soccer Club at hobartsoccerclub.com. That's hobartsoccerclub.com. And Kent, let's take a look at the thumbnail sketch on Coach Hutchins, assisted by Don Decker.
Yeah, Coach Hutch graduated from Hobart High School. He's got in his second year at Hobart, 9-17-5. Assisted by Don Decker. He's coached at Wheeler for 6 years before coming over here. He helped out with numerous programs in the area before taking on the head coach's jobs. He's coached here at Hobart for 4 years, 2 as JV and then 2 now as varsity. Last year he went 3-11-2, lost to Chesterton at the Valpo sectionals, but has got this program going in the right direction again, 6-6-3 coming into tonight. Lost Justin Olsted last year. Last year, Matt Plesak, who's out playing sweeper today, he was the team MVP. And Haluska was the mental attitude winner last year, too. Carter Gibson, second team All-NWCC. And Hank Pimentel was first team All-W, all conference. So he's got some experience back there. He's got some people recognized in the conference. You know, that's a good sign that people out there and the other teams and the other coaches are recognizing that there is some talent coming back to Hobart.
And we're going to right now take a look at our starting lineups in today's ball game. They are brought to you by the Millennium Soccer Association. Attention, Northwest Indiana boys and girls soccer players. Take your game to the next level with professional coaching and training at Millennium Soccer Association Vardar. Millennium Soccer Association Vardar is a premier soccer club in Northwest Indiana who fields teams for both boys and girls ages U8 through U18. They'll be holding open tryouts at the end of October for all age groups. Millennium Soccer Association player and coach excellence includes 45-plus players moving on to play college soccer in the last 4 years, professional coaches who are USSF licensed, and 6 Indiana national champions. For more information about tryouts, visit their website at www.millenniumsoccer.org or contact Vangel Nikoski at 219-577-5509. Or you can send Vangel an email at fodball, that's FODBAL, at AOL.com. That's fodball at AOL.com.
Centier Bank has been named a 2014 top 5 best place to work in Indiana by the Indiana Chamber of Commerce, and they couldn't have done it without the trust, loyalty, and friendship of you, their valued clients. In return, they work hard to give you a solid financial answers and outstanding customer service. Together with the community, they create one great place to work and bank. Centier Bank, member FDIC.
And now let's meet the starters for tonight's ball game.
Number 1, Jeremiah Jones. Number 2, George Osorio. Number 6, Michael Delapina. Number 7, David Rodriguez. Number 9, Juan Padilla. Number 10, Vincent Corliss. Number 11, Andre Santiago. Number 13, Arnold Sanchez. Number 14, Andres Carrillo. And number 19, Greg Vega. Their keeper, 0, Bradley Brett. They are coached by Brian Pass.
There you have the lineup for the Merrillville Pirates. Now let's meet the starters for the Hobart Brickies.
Miguel Marcano. Number 3, Cody Bryant. Number 10, Willie Prieto. 13, Vince Olmos. Number 15, Todd Burns. Number 18, Matt Plezak. Number 23, Nico Spagnolia. 26, Jordan Carr. Number 33, Martin Holland. Number 37, Joe Besser. And your keeper, number 1, KJ Haluska. We are coached by John Hutchins. And now, will you please stand and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem.
What's so stars through the perilous night, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red where the guns were singing came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
And again, special thanks to all of our men and women fighting for our freedom each and every day here in the United States as well as overseas. Our officials in tonight's ball game, we've got kind of a family affair going on here tonight. Bruce Stahl, the former coach over at Michigan City, is going to be one of our officials along with his son Tyler Stahl, and Frosini Samus will be our other official in tonight's ball game.
Makes it good for riding together. At least they can carpool to get here. That's a good thing.
Keep the gas expense down.
Mm-hmm. Now these teams have played a lot of the same opponents throughout the year. They played about half their games have been to equal opponents, and as you look at it, they pretty much played them all the same. We went to Andrean. Hobart had beaten Andrean 3-1, and Andrean against. Merrillville beat Andrean 1-0. KV, Merrillville beat KV 3-1, and Hobart beat KV 3-1. So you can go up and down this whole schedule for this past year, and they're pretty equal teams. They've lost to the same teams and they beat the same teams almost by identical scores. So this ought to be a good game. I know Coach Hutchinson is, besides being senior night, he's given a few other people a rest to make sure that they're ready to go for Wednesday. Wednesday is when the season the new season starts. This is basically a friendly, as you could say it. It's a non-conference game, so if it ends in a tie, we will not have a overtime period or a shootout.
The Hobart Brickies are dressed in their white home uniforms. They'll be moving from left to right on your laptop as well as on your electronic device. As there you get a look at number 26, Jordan Carr, lining up on the right wing. For the Merrillville Pirates, they'll be in their purple jerseys as well as trunks, moving from right to left or south to north here at the vantage point at the Brickyard. The Bucks right now just trying to control things in the midfield third, coming in with that 9-7 record. The one bugaboo they've had, Kent, they have not been able to get over the DAC hump this year at 1-6 in the conference.
Not at all. They've been snake bit in the DAC. They've had some good games. They said they lost 2-0 to Crown Point. That didn't go well. They did get shellacked by Chesterton 6-0, but they lost to Portage 1-0. They've lost to Valparaiso 3-2 in a shootout. So they're just that one bounce away, that one step away from having a much better record in the DAC. They haven't put a lot of goals in this year, only 19 goals throughout the year. They've been pretty even on the 19 goals for and 20 goals against.
David Rodriguez there trying to get it over to Greg Vega on a backdoor cut. As the teams battle right now in the midfield third, we played about a minute of scoreless soccer, and now the Brickies come back in the offensive third with Marty Holland. Holland now at the 18, trying to get the right foot free for a potential cross, tries to chip it back on the play, and Merrillville's able to clear it back to center field.
Well, he did a good job of just hanging onto the ball till his teammates could get up. The transition for Hobart wasn't that great. He was looking for somebody on the far side to come around, but no one was showing up over there. Old
Glory, as well as the state of Indiana flag, is hanging limp to our immediate left in the northern part of the complex here, so no wind to speak of out here tonight. Beautiful night, in contrast to the last time we were over here, Ken, when we had all kinds of rain and lightning and everything else when we were trying to do a soccer game.
Yeah, it's a beautiful night, nice and cool.
Here's the Osorio free kick, knocked down by Plezak at the defense. And now they bring it back to the midfield area.
Nationals 4, Giants 1.
Boy, I tell you what.
That's in the top of the first. Giants lead the series 2-1 right now.
Boy, how about
KC.
what happened with the Angels? Man, they just got swept away with the broom, didn't they?
What did Hamilton went 0 for 12 or something for the playoffs?
It's not having your big guns step up, that's for sure.
Yeah, they were talking about Pujols not having a good year. Next thing you know, he cranks one over the fence. Or I should say a good series. Good job over there by Plesac to go and get the ball back and move it back up the sidelines.
Yeah,
Can't hold on to it, but did a nice job of shutting that down.
But he's a young man, a multiple sport athlete that also plays, of course, for Ryan Turley and the football team.
Hey, his sister was no slouch. She was a good soccer player for Hobart.
Yeah, and then didn't she go into the coaching ranks too for you a little bit?
No. I retired when she was just coming in, so I didn't get a chance to work with her.
Now they're going to give up a corner kick on the play to the Bucks here on the far touchline, so this will be our first corner of the evening.
Merrillville's now had one direct kick from the sidelines here. Wasn't of much consequence, and now the first corner kick of the game.
See everybody lining up now at the 18 for the cross. They're trying to get it short on the play, and whiffing on it was Osorio. Now here's an opportunity on the play, and a save by Haluska on a laser beam off the right foot of Greg Vega. What a save.
That was a nice save, and that was over traffic, too. He saw it coming, got up there, and pulled it down.
You've now played 3 minutes and a half of scoreless soccer here at the Brickyard. Nice save there by Haluska, his 94th save of the season. Hobart Assembly of God is located at 7545 East Ridge Road in Hobart and is a Christ-centered, Bible-believing, and Spirit-filled church. They offer Sunday morning services at 9 and 11, and have a youth ministry service at 7 p.m. on Friday evenings and a midweek discipleship service on Wednesday nights from 7 to 8:15. The church also offers daily child care with quality staff and low rates. Come grow with us at Hobart Assembly of God on the web at hobartassembly.com or give us a call at 219-942-2691. And we've got a foul on the bricks here about 30 yards out.
It's going to be a good opportunity for him. It's going to be dead center, as you can see. Referee pulling him back, probably going to be pulling him back a little bit.
Two-man wall set up here is Jorge Osorio. The junior now is going to try to line it up as the Brickies set up the two-man wall about 20 yards out in front of KJ Haluska.
No trickery on this one, as we've seen from other DAC members.
Low shot goes past the low 90 here to the near side, resulting in a go kick here for Haluska and the Hobart Brickies, Kent.
Nitco and Dish team up. Triple play Nitco Dish services are now available in your own backyard for your home team, and you'll love it. They'll enjoy fast broadband internet, voice communication with landline reliability, and Dish television with Hopper that allows you to skip through annoying TV commercials and watch your TV anytime, anywhere. Make the switch today and start saving big. Fast, reliable, local, Nitco connected, always. Call 219-996-2981 and visit www.nitco.com for more information.
Stay tuned after the game. We'll name our Centier Bank performers of the game for both sides as the Hobart Brickies and Merrillville Pirates do battle here in a scoreless tie with 34-22 remaining here in the first half. Todd Burns now doing the tightrope walk on the far side. Nice physical play by Andres Santiago, muscling him off to the far touchline, resulting in a throw-in for the Brickies.
Dave just sent a text and corrected me. That Nationals 4, Giants 1, that was a final. So the Nats are back still hanging in it.
Right. They lost that marathon, that 6-hour affair.
18-inning deal, yeah.
Now here's the throw-in by Plesac, a strong one. Deflects outside the 18. Little flick goes past the far post on the play. It'll be a goal kick here for Bradley Brack and Merrillville, but what a strong throw-in that time by Matt Plesac for the Bricks.
He throws as well as he kicks.
Yes, he certainly does. That one was like a corner kick.
But that was a nice flick towards the goal without trying to haul it in. He had traffic all around him, but it was a good flick towards the goal to try and make something happen.
The Hobart Elks Lodge, number 1152, located at 3580 West 61st Avenue in Hobart, has been serving the local community since 1909. The lodge conducts food, clothing, toy, and school supply drives, which benefit local schools and Riley Children's Hospital in in Indianapolis. The Elks remember and support veterans projects with visitations to veteran homes several times a year. And the Lodge also provides funds for cancer research and college scholarships. To find out more about the Hobart Elks Lodge, number 1152, check them out on the web at elks.org. Like us on Facebook at Hobart Elks Lodge 1152, or give them a call at 219-942-1152.
Missed kick there by Merrillville. Didn't try and control it. Tried to kick it too quick. Couldn't get his hips turned to go ahead and send it towards the net. We're down to 32-25 to go in the first half here. No score.
The Merrillville Pirates with the probably by far the best chance so far in that laser beam shot about 30 yards out, and Haluska was up to the task.
Haluska, that's a nice kick. Good range on that goal kick by Haluska. Here's a good transition by Hobart.
Burns over now to Holland. Marty Holland trying to get the right foot free. Great job of back checking by the midfield for the Pirates. Is doing the job there was Jeremiah Jones, a defensive mid for the purple and white. Now miss it on the play by Osorio, allows the Brickies to recover. And now they will go ahead and use Haluska as the extra defender in the back line as he'll now trap it and kick it out of harm's way.
Good play back there by Plesac and Haluska to go ahead and control the ball, play the field, get it back to midfield, and at least try and make something happen for the midfielders. But unfortunately, Merrillville intercepted.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, Kent, with, of course, Hobart going up against Portage. The teams tied during the regular season, one apiece. That game will, of course, be on the home field for the Indians over at the Warpath. And meanwhile, the Merrillville Pirates, they will be hosting in the sectional, and they'll be taking on Crown Point for the fourth year in a row that they've drawn the Bulldogs in the opening game of the sectional. And Brian was joking around about that a little bit me after the pregame interview, saying that the ping pong balls may be a little lopsided.
Yeah, I think the ping pong balls are rigged for Brian Past and the Merrillville Pirates.
And of course, you're playing a team that's won two of the last four state championships in the Crown Point Bulldog program.
Well, they're not having the year that they've had in the last 2 to 3 years. They're unfortunately, can't find the net very often. They've got a solid team, but just can't put things away. Now we've got a corner kick. This will be the third corner kick.
A quintet of Pirates in there in the box. Good job of knocking it down at the fence by the Brickies. Now they're in the offensive midfield third. Merrillville going from right to left on your laptop and electronic device. Now they go 50-50 in the midfield third with 30 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. And now a foul going to be called in the midfield third by Tyler Stahl, resulting in a free kick here for the Brickies.
That's where both coaches hold their breath and say, please, nobody get hurt. Nobody get hurt.
Yeah, especially when you're talking about sectional competition coming up here later on this week. As Brack now easily corrals that loose ball. And don't miss your chance to get your fix of live Major League Soccer this year. The Chicago Fire has just one home game remaining in the 2014 season. See the Men in Red take on the Houston Dynamo coming up on Friday, October 24th at 7 p.m. Tickets are available by calling 888-MLS-FIRE or online at chicago-fire.com. The Chicago Fire live at Toyota Park in Bridgeview. Chicago Fire is Chicago Soccer. Chicago Soccer is Chicago Fire. And Kent had a chance to take my son up there for the ball game against the Montreal Impact, and they certainly make it a terrific atmosphere out there with fireworks and giveaways, and they got the Fire Fest that goes on before the game outside the park. It's a great opportunity to see professional soccer right here in Chicago.
Yeah, we've gone up there this summer, too, with the grandkids, with Chelsea and Brooklyn and Manhattan and JR and Jen. And I think the Basins went, too. So we went up there, had a good time. And what I get a kick out is those guys that can play the drums and hoot and holler for the entire game.
I know that right behind that on the Harlem Avenue side, right behind the goal there. And then they get both sides going against each other, the East and the West. And it's a
fun place to go.
No doubt.
Jason Heilig just checking in for Hobart into the game.
Another young man that gets some playing time now as he's mainly a backup in the midfield third for the Brickies. Number 17, a sophomore. He'll be the future. One of the guys that's going to have to come in here as you see him here on the near touchline. Intercepted on the play by Vega now as he comes down the left field side for Merrillville. Got by one defender trying to get the right foot on the ball possibly. As a good job there by Joe Betzer to get in his way. Now here's a shot in the play, and Aluska will let it go off the right foot there of Jeremiah Jones.
And today's game is being sponsored in part by the Northwest Indiana Soccer League, the leading sanctioning body for youth soccer across much of Northwest Indiana. If you're interested in soccer for your area's youth, get in touch with the Northwest Indiana Soccer League on their website at nwisl.com.
Two of the top goalkeepers going at it here in a scoreless tie, Kent.
I was just going to say 27:33 to go in this scoreless first half.
So Hobart moving from left to right here on the near touch line. No wind to speak of up here as they throw it towards the midfield area on the play. They were trying to get it to Marty Holland, and now Jeremiah Jones with a nice ball and a good job by the left fullback there for the Brickies to knock it down as Betzer now controls in the midfield third. Nice job of turning on the soccer ball by Todd Burns. Gets it into the midfield area to Holland. He was trying to go into the middle of the field.
Good idea, but it's just a little bit behind him.
Yeah, Spagnola now trying to battle over there to get control. Nico doing a good job with a slide tackle, but then a good job by the weak side of Merrillville's defense to control. And now they'll get a throw-in off the far side. And Gill's Auto Repair, located at 2602 Beach Street in Valparaiso, has been serving the automotive repair needs of the local community for over 25 years. With multiple bays to serve their customers, they specialize in the repair and care of foreign and domestic cars. They're open from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Call Gill's Auto Repair in Valparaiso today, 219-462-9694. That's 219-462-9694 for Gill's Auto Repair in Valparaiso.
And speaking of Gill, Greg Gill is a junior that coach is resting for the Wednesday game.
Out of the lineup for Merrillville is Vincent Correll as a senior.
So each coach is resting some of the people to make sure that Wednesday is going to have the 100% out of everybody.
Now ball knocked up the elevator shaft on the play in the midfield third. Good job by Plezak out there. He covers a lot of ground in that back line for the Hobart Brickies as Vince almost right now kind of playing that pseudo-sweeper position, kind of more of a defensive mid-stopper up there. And he's actually man-marking right now, Kent, on Jamal Duke, who's the leading scorer for the Bucks. 23, a senior on this team for Merrillville into the ball game now.
Good handling there by Matt to get away. The offense was closing in on him, and he was able to move it out. Decent transition starting up here for the Brickies.
Nice weak side support there by Merrillville's number 13, Arnold Sanchez. He'll kick it over the near touch line. 25 minutes remaining here in a scoreless first half. Trying to get a half a step on the defense there was Prieto. And it's knocked over the touchline, and now we'll see number 18 come in there with the howitzer throw-in on the near touchline.
Yeah, he comes up from the sweeper position to take this throw.
Plezak on the season with a goal and 3 assists. So he has had
probably on throw-ins.
Yeah, now he's going to run all the way up off the track as he comes into the picture now. Into the mixer on the play. They get a double header attempt on the play, and they call him offside here on the near sideline as they almost got the double header combination right in to Brack.
Well, that was a nice throw, and it went to the far post. If you didn't see it on the screen there, it went all the way to the far post. Unfortunately, the Hobart Bricky couldn't get their heads on it directly and just kind of popped it up and led to one of their people being offsides.
If you're thinking of shopping for that new or pre-driven car, don't fall for the giant pressure games of other dealerships. Christensen Chevy doesn't play them. Come see why we are better. Giant showroom, not giant pressure. You have a large selection to choose from in their heated showroom. To view more of their huge selection of used and new vehicles, go to www.christensenchevy.com. Christensen is conveniently located at 9700 Indianapolis Boulevard in Highland. That's at the intersection of 45th and Indianapolis Boulevard. Throw in now for the Bucks.
That Marcano's doing the splits in the air a couple times now, getting his foot up there and knocking it down, but doing a nice job of just stopping it before it happens. There, he's almost getting run over, but gets right back up. Nice job. Gets it over to his teammate and does a nice job of handling the ball, but Merrillville returns, and there goes Marcano back in the corner with Matt coming over to help. Good job. Good double teaming on defense there by Hobart.
Yeah, is Miguel down right now there? Yeah, I believe he is. Getting up a little bit slow off the field turf. Now Jamal Duke trying to possibly turn on that ball on the play. Got some help as that ball is deflected on the play. Haluska does a great job of avoiding the corner there for the Brickies.
He recognized what was happening, got over there and pulled the ball in before he had to give up another corner kick. He's got a nice punt, got a very nice foot.
Merrillville trying to settle it down. Here's a dangerous ball now into the defensive third. Plezak does a great job of sealing off. Jamal Duke now trying to come in and help out on the offensive end for the Purple Gang. Spin-a-ram, move, got taken down on the play, and let's see.
Oh, it's going to be a foul. They said they tripped him up.
That was real close to PK land there. That yellow line right in front of him was where it could have possibly been a PK.
So this will be a shortened corner kick for Merrillville right now.
Oscar Hernandez, the sophomore, is going to do the honors here for Brian Past and the Bucks. We're scoreless with 22 minutes remaining in the half. They go far side. Jamal Duke with a laser beam header and a save by KJ Haluska. What a play.
That was very well executed on both sides. Good positioning by Haluska to watch the ball through and step up there and get the ball, but a very good job of heading it towards the net.
Jamal Duke with 5 goals and 6 assists this season, playing hurt out there and doing a great job. Now a little chip pass looking for Duke. He's onside, but a little bit too much pace on the ball. It'll go over the near touchline, Kent.
If you're in the market for a new car, then now's the time to visit Scapel Cadillac in Merrillville. During their 2014 model year event, you can get 0% financing up to 60 months on all 2014 Cadillac models. You can also check out the 2015 Escalades, which are now in stock. For more information, visit www.scapelcadillac.com or call 738-1900. Scapel Cadillac is located at 2929 West US 30, just 2 miles west of I-65.
Going to be a throw-in now for the Hobart Brickies towards the midfield area. Try to go give and go on the near side, but it goes right through Jason Heilich as Brian Past is getting set to come back to the bench here with a couple subs. Trying to keep the troops fresh out there now that they have possession. And it looks like they're going to go to the midfield and get J squared Jeremiah Jones out of there along with Greg Vega.
Cody.
Juan Padilla, number 9, into the ball game, along with
Zakluski.
Michael De La Pena. Yeah, Jaz Zabowski is a foreign exchange student from Poland. Nick, number 12, and then Mikkel Drevland, a exchange player that Brian was able to get from Norway, also a senior.
Wow.
So a little bit of a foreign flavor to the Merrillville Pirates this season.
Norway, you'd think more of skiing than soccer.
But yeah, they
or hockey.
They play it all over the world, no doubt about that. We are at the halfway point now of the first half of play, and boy, Haluska is starting to really put the pounding on the ball on those goal kicks.
Yeah, I think Ryan Turley may want to talk to him about doing some punting.
Plezak again doing a great job of using KJ as the extra defender back there.
That one a little off the side of his foot. But fortunately, the Merrillville players can't handle it. Ball returned to Hobart. But they're just having trouble connecting their passes right now to make anything happen.
Now Osorio with a shot in the midfield area, and the defensive mid coming up nicely. The offensive mid checked that as Osorio on the season, leading the team in goals with 7. He had 4 goals and 3 assists as a junior, and he comes back with a great senior, or actually a sophomore, check that, and now as a junior with 7 goals this year. So Jorge Osorio, certainly a player to look out for coming up to his senior year in 2015.
Well, they got quite a few seniors on this Merrillville
16.
squad. 16 seniors, wow.
Now a centering pass by Heilich will be easily corralled by Brack.
Hobart's defense done a nice job of forcing Merrillville to take their shots from way out. They're not letting them do anything in the box. They're not letting them penetrate. When they do take a shot, it's been well outside the 18.
Yeah, I tell you, Merrillville at home should really have an interesting situation there with that sectional semifinal coming up against Crown Point. And the Bulldogs better make sure they bring their A game. Good communication back there by Plezak along with Haluska. Senior leadership in that back line, and, talking about people that can't look ahead, Portage certainly cannot look past this Hobart team as well.
Well, they tied them earlier, and I think Merrillville beat them 1-0.
Yeah, I think that's what you said.
Hobart tied 1-1.
Yeah, Merrillville.
And Merrillville lost. Actually, Merrillville lost to Portage 1-0.
Okay.
That was at the beginning, their first game of the year. So probably a little bit before that, Merrillville Pirates had time to gel and get things the way they want to get, where they want to get to.
Marcado with a nice job now as the young man on the left fullback position forces another throw-in. And now Todd Burns will get a well-deserved rest from that striker position for Coach Hutchins. As the Bricks again will go to the bench, we're down to 17-19 remaining here in a scoreless first half here in the Brickyard in the season finale in the 2014 campaign.
It looked like Vince almost coming in.
Yeah, again, that one of the two stoppers that they have on that five-man defensive crew for the Brickies.
Brickies have yet to have a shot on goal. Merrillville's had 3, and they've also had 3 corner kicks.
Yeah, and those have been good opportunities, too, by Osorio.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the header by Duke was a nice set piece. Haluska now will just fling it out here to the near side where Cody Bryant, a sophomore, will try to go with a tightrope walk. Merrillville's doing a really good job here, Kent, of not allowing any space for the Hobart midfield.
No, they're not. They're collapsing on him, too. Once a Hobart Brickie will get the ball, they're doing a nice job of double-teaming him. Once, have the one person control, and then the other person comes in to take the ball away.
Stephen McDowell now into the ball game at a striker for the Brickies. Another one of the bright spots, another sophomore on this team, as you hear a lot of the underclassmen now that are coming into the program for Hobart taking a look at the roster with 5 or 6 freshmen that are on this playoff roster and a plethora of sophomores as well.
For the roster, you can sign up 25 people. It's best to sign up as many as you can. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to get hurt. And it's a thing for the kids, too. It's a nice achievement to be recognized to go onto the sectional roster.
Now Duke trying to get in there. Good job by Plezak to at least not give up total territorial advantage on that kick out of his own zone. So throw in off the far side now for the Bucks with 15.5 remaining in a scoreless first half. Air ball now is going to come back to Haluska, and he's going to parray that ball and grab it right out of midair before Merrillville can get any ideas offensively. This spot is sponsored by Schwartz, Redson & Company. They're a certified public accounting firm serving both businesses and individuals in Northwest Indiana for the last 80 years. Located in Merrillville, Schwartz, Redson has a staff of over 30 professionals, making it the largest CPA firm in Northwest Indiana. Schwartz, Redson specializes in audits, reviews, compilations, tax planning, along with preparation, accounting services, business and personal financial planning, business valuations, and other requested engagements. Thanks for considering the professionals at Schwartz Redson for your tax, accounting, and assurance needs.
14:41 to go in the scoreless first half of this non-conference game between Hobart and Merrillville Pirates.
Senior night tonight here at the Brickyard. As both Hobart and Merrillville, really the Lone Rangers out here in Northwest Indiana. The other game that was supposed to be on the dais between Lowell and Morton was canceled. So this is the only game going on in the region tonight.
Didn't you say that KV and or Hanover Central and Andrean?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. Scott Hankins actually called that in, and that was an early lead in the ball game. That's a sectional. That's a sectional
that is
tonight.
A sectional
yeah,
game?
we'll go over the
we
pairings.
Got the pairings somewhere
yeah, there are sectional games going on. So regular season, I should say, not
this is the
playoffs.
This
now.
is the finale. Yeah.
So this is the finale of the regular season. But Kent, let's take a look at what's going on in the area tonight.
Let's see tonight over at the Munster boys sectional. Hammond is taking on Clark. Hammond is 6-2. Clark is 8-5-1. That game was at 5. So if anybody's out there that could give us a shout, let us know how that came about. That'd be appreciated. Class 1 for the boys. Boone Grove sectional. Boone Grove 8-5 is taking on Oregon Davis. That game started at 4:45, and then like we just talked about, Hanover Central boys sectional. Andrean 4-9-1, who they obviously had a disappointing year, is taking on Hanover Central 10-4, and boy, would that make Hanover Central's year to knock off Andrean.
Yeah, of course, coming off a semi-state performance, and Scott's got an actual report on that one I'm going to get here for us, Kent. 1-1 tie now, a breakdown and a breakaway defensively, and Hanover's goalkeeper made a great breakaway save but coughed up a rebound.
Oh, no.
And Andrean was able to score. So that game right now between Hanover and Andrean in the sectional is tied at 1 apiece.
On the girls' side tonight, South Bend St. Joe sectional, Michigan City that finished up 2-10-2 is taking on South Bend, Washington. That game was at 5:30. Covenant Christian girls sectional, 5-4-1 Couts is taking on Hanover Central. Hanover Central finished up 9-3, and that game started at 6.
12:20 remaining here in a scoreless first half here in this regular season matchup between the Hobart Brickies and the Merrillville Pirates. We were glad prior to the ball game to announce that it was senior night and honor the seniors for the Brickies. Also, some seniors for Merrillville. We mentioned about 16 of them playing their final regular season game out here tonight, including Bradley Brack, Jeremiah Jones, Ernesto Lopez, David Rodriguez, along with Edgar Rodriguez, Juan Padilla, Vincent Corellis, Andres Santiago, Mikolai Kazabowski, Arnold Sanchez, along with Andres Carrillo, Brandon Taylor, Mikhail Drevland, Greg Vega, Chris Rodriguez, and Jamal Duke. So a lot of kids going to be moving on after the season for Merrillville.
That's a lot of rebuilding to do. That's a lot of kids to make up for.
Now Duke again trying to cause some havoc on the near sideline. Good job by Cody Bryant, the sophomore. And then once again, Coach Hutchins is going to go to the bench here and make some more substitutions.
Earlier you just saw Matt Plesac throw and get called back because he twisted his body trying to get too much on the ball. And Tech Credit Union can save you money on vehicle financing. Now's your chance to get an annual percentage rate as low as 0.99 for up to 36 months on cars, trucks, and motorcycles. Need a longer term? How about 1.49% for 48 months or 1.99% for 60 months? New, used, or refinance? You have money-saving options. For details, visit Tech Credit Union online at techcu.org. Contact any branch or call their lending specialist at 800-276-TECH. Tech Credit Union is an equal opportunity lender and is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration, and the rates may change without notice.
Marty Howland trying to get that long free kick from Matt Plesac, but too many purple jerseys in the way. And now Merrillville able to try to come out of their own zone. Hobart doing a good job and now getting a little bit of heat in the kitchen.
They've been happy just to kind of lay back. You don't see their midfielders crashing very hard. Their defense is definitely staying back. But when they get a transition going, they're not really rushing up there to make anything happen.
And now we're going to stop the clock here with 10:05 remaining in the first half of play. And one of the Merrillville Pirates getting up a little bit lame on the right side. So the training staff is going to come out and take a look right now at the young man. Good job of focusing in by our crew, and that is number 14, Andres Carrillo, the senior. Good job by Garrett Farrell there, getting a good look there at the student-athlete now being attended to on the Merrillville bench.
Hobart will be taking their second direct kick. It's going to be from about 35 yards out.
To the right of Bradley Brack. Brack with 7 shutouts this season. So he has kept Merrillville in a lot of these matches. They keep it nice and low, but the two-man wall knocks it down.
That hurt.
Here's Olmos now trying to change the field off to the left side. Spagnola now trying to put the brakes on, but he got a flat tire out of that one.
Yeah, he flipped the ball right back to the Merrillville Pirates. In those cases, just better to let it go than give them possession with a running head start.
Yeah, they got some good firepower up there with Jamal Duke, along with Jorge Osorio. Those two young men have combined this season for 12 goals on the year. Duke trying to back check right now is Hobart with a chest trap, but now Duke doing a good job of controlling the ball.
Good job of taking the ball back.
Heilich trying to get in there now, and they're going to call a foul on Merrillville as the Brickies lost control as they tripped up number 33, Marty Howland. And now this could be a pretty good opportunity here for the Brickies.
Yeah, 40 yards out, pretty much dead on.
So let's see
Yeah,
if
Pleasak's
Plesak's
gonna
going to
take
do
it,
the
or-
honors.
No, it doesn't look like he's going to.
No trickery involved here for the Brickies.
Offsides line at the 18.
Here's the free kick now on the play. As doing the honors and getting it going was into the ball game. Is that Marcano or is that Gill?
It was a good thought of where he tried to put it a little bit deeper in the box would have been better. If it would have landed at the top of the 6th, they may have had a chance there, but just didn't get as far into the box as he wanted.
Might be Greg Gill out there, Kent, number 7. I think that's
There's
number 7 out there.
Yeah, 7 is.
Yeah,
He's out
so
there.
Greg is out there. Here's the strong throw in on the play, knocked out of the defense by the Bucks. Trying to get over there is David Ramirez for Merrillville. And now they again are going to get that ball right in line with the corner of the penalty area. And now Plesak's going to run up on the play all the way through the track. Here it comes into the box, trying to get it to Betzer. It goes off a Merrillville defender, and a good job of sealing off by Oscar Hernandez. And now Merrillville comes back on the counter with 8 minutes remaining here in the half of a scoreless tie. Gill's Auto Repair, 2602 Beach Street in Valparaiso, has been serving the automotive repair needs of the local community for over 25 years. With multiple bays to serve their customers, they specialize in the repair and care of foreign and domestic cars. They're open from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Call Gill's Auto Repair in Valparaiso today at 219-462-9694. That's 219-462-9694 for Gill's Auto Repair in Valparaiso. And special thanks to Roger for his terrific support of the student athletes here at Hobart High School.
7:15 to go in this scoreless first half, and Regional Radio Sports Network wants to thank Tauber Law Offices, 1415 Eagle Ridge Drive in Cherville, for their continued support of student athletes. They practice general, civil, and trial law in all state and federal courts, specializing in personal injury, wrongful death, real estate, corporate wills, and probate, family, divorce, and criminal law. They also serve as the trust and estate and business planning needs of their clients. Call Tauber Law Offices today for all your legal needs. 219-865-6666.
Knocked over the near touch line by Cody Bryant, resulting in a Merrillville throw-in. They'll come back on the play, and it gets through Jeremiah Jones. And now Hobart will try to come back on a counter. Nice job by Jones, but now it's deflected to Todd Burns.
Hobart earlier there, that was the longest they had the ball in the offensive end of the field for the entire game. They were kind of just keeping it up there, which was a great job. The twist of how things have been going in this first half for them.
6:20 remaining in a scoreless first half. They tried to go with a give and go on a loop there.
But again, the Hobart defense is doing a nice job not letting them get into the box, do anything in there, get dangerous inside. So good job by the Matt Plesak-led defense back there.
Hobart Assembly of God is located at 7545 East Ridge Road in Hobart and is a Christ-centered, Bible-believing, and Spirit-filled church. They offer Sunday morning services at 9 and 11. They have a youth ministry service at 7 p.m. on Friday evenings and a midweek discipleship service Wednesday nights from 7 until 8:15 p.m. The school also offers daily child care with quality staff and low rates. Come grow with us at Hobart Assembly of God on the web at hobartassembly.com or give us a call at 219-942-2691.
5:25 to go. Let's see if Merrillville can do anything with this corner kick. This will be their fourth corner kick.
They have not really been even close to ringing the cash register so far in these set pieces. They get a good one there to the weak side, but couldn't get the cranium on it.
They had that one good header earlier, but that was not on a corner. That
Right.
was a like corner.
That was a glorified corner there,
That
just
was
outside
a
the
light
penalty
corner.
box.
Automasters supports their community by sponsoring a portion of today's game. They're located at 6817 Calumet Avenue in Hammond, and they're an ASC-certified repair shop specializing in electrical, computer, brakes, shock repairs, and tune-ups. Automasters also does towing. For more information and to schedule an appointment, give Automasters a call at 931-2702. We're right in your neighborhood.
Opportunity there for Michael De La Pena, or check that. That was actually Edgar Rodriguez, and kind of a swing and a miss on that one. So it will result in a throw-in here for Hobart deep in their own zone, and now Edgar is going to go over there and put some pressure on the Brickies in their own defensive third. We're down to 4:19 remaining here in a scoreless first half. The Hobart Brickies trying to go over the 500 mark for the first time in quite a while in their boys soccer history. And, of course, Merrillville, as Coach Pass talked about, trying to get into double-digit wins for the first time since they went 20-4 back in the Vangel-Nikovsky era.
Yeah, I remember those days when they were consistently in double-digit. Now here's a nice feed up the far side.
Gill looking on the play for Todd Burns and company. Good job defensively by Merrillville in that back line. And now they will try to regroup on the play with Prieto.
That Sanchez, it looked like he held his ground perfectly and didn't give up to any of the fakes.
Now Duke with a nice ground ball attack into the midfield third. They're looking for Jeremiah Jones on a through ball there off the foot of David Rodriguez.
He had the right idea, just way too much pace on the ball, but he had the right idea because they had the defense split.
The Hobart Elks Lodge, number 1152, located at 3580 West 61st Avenue in Hobart, has been serving the local community since 1909. You can check out their spacious banquet facility for meetings, weddings, and special events for groups between 25 and 350. Their dining room is open Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday nights at 5 p.m. with a monthly luncheon the last Wednesday of each month. And they rock at the lodge as well with a DJ the first and third Fridays of the month and live music the second and fourth Fridays of the month at the Hobart Elks, 3580 West 61st Avenue in Hobart. Remember to like us on Facebook at Hobart Elks Lodge, 1152.
Now here comes Plesac to take the throw, and this was all set up by some poor communication between the keeper and the defense of the Pirates.
Here comes the throw in now by Matt. Watch it here off the weak side. Opportunity on the play at the 18 is whiffed on by Gill and recovered now on the counter by Merrillville.
Looked like somebody that was in the scrum there went down when he was trying to go up for the ball. It looks like he fell down or was knocked down, but there was no call.
Throw in now is knocked over the far touchline by David Rodriguez. And now he'll bring it back up the elevator shaft with $1:54 remaining here in the first half. Scoreless tie between Merrillville and Hobart. Now a little one-touch on the play. Duke coming in on the left wing, settles it down, a shot to the far side, and a great job of saving the day by the Brickies off the weak side there. And let's see, who was that? Was that Marcano?
I think it was Marcano
coming
back on the backside to go ahead and clear that out.
That ball was headed towards the twine off the foot of Duke.
Duke didn't get much on the ball. If he'd have got a good solid strike, that probably Hobart would not have had a chance to get back.
Now Prieto trying to get free at the 18. Back to Gill. Here's his shot deflected off the defender, and a save by Bradley Brack for the Bucks.
That's the first shot for Hobart, first save for Brack.
So things starting to pick up here a little bit offensively for the purple and white of Hobart High School. Got all kinds of purple out there tonight. Now a nice little give and go looking on the play for a Heilich, but Brack will be able to pick up the loose soccer ball before it goes over the goal line. We're down to 45 ticks of the clock remaining here in the first half of play. No score between the Merrillville Pirates and the Hobart Brickies. Stay tuned. Our halftime report will have some scores, and we'll also take a look again at some more of those pairings. But right now, Orsario trying to get in there.
Good job of coming back again. That was Marcano. Did a nice job coming back there and sweeping that ball away.
Boy, he certainly has had a very solid first half here.
Yes, he has. Very good job.
We're now down to 15 seconds remaining in the first half of play. Hobart deep in their own zone, so they certainly are not going to be in any hurry. And the sands of the hourglass are going to run out here on both the Brickies and the Pirates in the first half of play here in this regular season finale of the 2014 season here in Northwest Indiana. The score at the end of 40 minutes of action, the Hobart Brickies nothing, and the Merrillville Pirates nothing. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with our halftime report and much more. You are watching award-winning coverage of student-athletes on RRSN.com and Regional Radio Sports, your ticket to the best seat in the house since 1992.
Hi again, it's me, Sarah. I just got a text from TCU that means my first paycheck got deposited. I can't wait to treat myself. Of course, Mom and Dad want me to save, and thanks to TCU Everyday Savings, I can. Every time I use my TCU Debit MasterCard, TCU rounds my purchase up to the next dollar and moves the change to my savings. So I can spend a little and still save. Visit TCUnet.com to start owning your financial future. Teachers Credit Union deposits are federally insured by the NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
State Farm Insurance asks, what if your roommate, we'll call him Einstein, decides to microwave a metal mixing bowl full of cookie dough and sets your apartment on fire? State Farm has an agent for that. See your State Farm agent for auto, renters, frankly all kinds of insurance. Call them today. In Portage, see Andrea Harbin at 6504 U.S. Highway 6. Phone Andrea at 762-5114. In Valparaiso, Sherry Warnke at 201 Northland Drive. Call Sherry at 465-0848. In Valparaiso, Dave Ross, 450 Lincoln Way, Suite 210. Call Dave at 464-3581. And in Dyer, Connie Bernardi, 1072 Joliet, US 30. Call Connie at 322-9959. Get to a better state with State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Looking to start a new career at a cutting-edge, exciting, and globally competitive company? Enroll in Steelworker for the Future, a 2.5-year associate degree program offered at select community colleges, and you'll be prepared for a high-paying career at ArcelorMittal, the world's leading steel company. Graduates may be hired as maintenance technicians, earning an average of $90,000 per year, plus benefits. Your future with a leader in steel starts now. Visit steelworkerforthefuture.com today.
There's always only the gym where it's either put up or shut up. We were yelling our hearts out. Even in our weakness, even in our pain, we continued to push. I don't know where the pain went to, but all I know is that I had what it took. I am a United States Marine.
PFC Darrell Willis serves his country as a Marine. Will you? Visit Marines.com or call 1-800-MARINES.
Mike Knezovich along with Kent Rosenbaum back with you here at halftime. No score between the Hobart Brickies and the Merrillville Pirates, and we've got some news. Scott Hankins reporting in from that sectional result there, Kent. 2-1 Andrain with 7 minutes remaining. The Hanover goalkeeper ejected after an altercation in the goal mouth after the goal was scored for the Niners.
Tempers flaring there. Now, the bad thing is he's sitting out the first sectional game. Just like
don't forget, this is a sectional game.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay, I'm still.
Yeah, I made the same mistake.
I'm still in the same mindset you are.
You've been hanging around me too long.
I think so. That's right. So, well, if they do win, he's sitting out the next game. And let's remember, too, that in sectionals that all yellow cards are forgiven. You start out with 0 yellow cards. If you get 3, you have to sit a game. You get 2 more, you have to sit another game, and only 1 yellow card counts per game. So if you get a soft yellow or soft red in a game, that still only counts at once for 1 yellow card. $6 per session for the tournament, $9 for the whole tournament, wherever you may want to go watch. No banners, no taping or videos, and no noisemakers for the IHSAA tournament.
Scott Hankins also telling us that the Hanover bench has just been cautioned as well, so things are starting to get a little bit chippy over
Lord
there at the sectional. That's at Covenant Christian? Or?
No, that's at Hanover.
Oh, at Hanover,
yeah. That's at home, so
yeah.
Andrain better get on the bus quick. That's right. No, they don't take buses, do they? In the Pete Reese days, Andrain players just show up at the games.
Interesting.
So I don't know if this new coach has changed things where, they do have an Andrea bus
kind of thing, right?
Yeah, but
Our halftime
Anyways.
report is also brought to us by Levin Tire Center, Kent. Levin Tire Center has been earning your trust one day at a time. For a limited time since 1918, you can fall into big savings with rebates. They're available on most major brands, including General, Cooper, Pirelli, Hancock, Kuho, along with Bridgestone and Goodyear Dunlap. Free financing is available along with free lifetime rotations, rebalancing, and flat tire repairs. Levin's also offers complimentary Wi-Fi, shuttle service, and is open Saturday at our 7 full-service locations in Northwest Indiana. Check out the Sunday Times or Post-Tribune for valuable coupons, or go online at www.levintirecenter.com for more information. Kent, you got our numbers in the first half.
Well, there's not a lot of numbers to talk about. It's kind of going back and forth more in the midfield, but shots on goal led by the Merrillville Pirates. They had 3 shots on goal to Hobart's 1. Saves, Haluska had 3 saves, positions himself well, was able to pull some nice shots in, but has done a nice job back there, and go ahead and getting the ball back out to midfield. The boy has showed quite the foot to go ahead and put the ball back out to his midfield teammates. Brack for the Merrillville Pirates has 1 save. Corner kicks, Merrillville Pirates have 4. Hobart doesn't have any. Been a pretty clean game. Only 5 fouls have been called. 2 against the Merrillville Pirates and 3 against the Brickies. Each team's been called offsides once.
We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and we'll take a look at some keys to the action here in the second half of play. Hobart nothing and Merrillville nothing. It's senior night tonight here at the Brickyard in Hobart, and you are watching a live video cast on RRSN.com and the Regional Radio Sports Network.
State Farm Insurance asks, what if you're walking out to your car and it's been mashed by a runaway garbage truck? Having a State Farm agent means having a real person to help you when things go wrong. So when accidents happen, you've got someone you know who will be there when you need them. In Schererville, Ed Kozlowski, 6629 West US 30, Suite 7. Call Ed at 322-2010. In Dyer, Joe Lavasco, 1107 Sheffield Avenue. Call Joe at 865-6660. Get to a better state, State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi again, it's me, Sarah. I just got a text from TCU that means my first paycheck got deposited. I can't wait to treat myself. Of course, Mom and Dad want me to save, and thanks to TCU Everyday Savings, I can. Every time I use my TCU Debit MasterCard, TCU rounds my purchase up to the next dollar and moves the change to my savings, so I can spend a little and still save. Visit TCUnet.com to start owning your financial future. Teachers Credit Union deposits are federally insured by the NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Looking to start a new career at a cutting-edge, exciting, and globally competitive company? Enroll in Steelworker for the Future, a 2.5-year associate degree program offered at select community colleges, and you'll be prepared for a high-paying career at ArcelorMittal, the world's leading steel company. Graduates may be hired as maintenance technicians, earning an average of $90,000 per year, plus benefits. Your future with the leader in steel starts now. Visit steelworkerforthefuture.com today.
There's always a moment where it's either put up or shut up. We were yelling our hearts out. Even in our weakness, even in our pain, we continued to push. I don't know where the pain went to, but all I know is that I had what it took. I am a United States Marine.
PFC Darrell Willis serves his country as a Marine. Will you? Visit Marines.com or call 1-800-MARINES.
Mike Knezovich along with Kent Rosenbaum back here with the call. Again, special thanks go out to Garrett Farrell along with Ariana Jimenez joining us here. Want to thank them for their terrific support and helping us out here from Merrillville High School. They are students over there at Merrillville and do a great job with the video program along with Brian Past, who has been working with us doing some color commentary and now helping out with the video portion as well, Kent.
Yeah. Kids are doing a great job. We appreciate you coming over from Merrillville, traveling into enemy territory to video the game, but we do appreciate it.
Teams back out there right now. They will change hands here as Haluska will be to our right and Bradley Brack will be to our left. There you get a good look at the wonderful scoreboard that they have here. They do a video presentation prior to the ball game with all the players up there. They get a little blurb, a little interview prior to the ball game as you get a good look at the facility here at Hobart High School, which some colleges wish they had.
Yeah, they've got a nice facility. Right behind those bleachers there is the baseball fields. Hobart baseball's been really doing well in the last few years under Bobby Glover's direction. Behind us is the softball fields and the soccer practice fields. And then way to the right behind the scoreboard is where the football team is practicing. Is not tonight. It's a little late for that, of course. But, no, this is an excellent facility that Hobart has put in place. When they moved out of the old high school, the middle school moved there. And the old middle school, which was downtown, the police department and the city courts took over. So it was a nice exchange of buildings around here. And here comes Bob Locke. Got to bring him in here for an interview, Mike.
Oh, I tell you what, you talk about old home week over here at the Brickyard. Great to see you, Bob Locke.
Thanks for coming out.
Starting the second half here right now as the teams, as we mentioned, have changed ends. Hobart soccer, the origins of Hobart soccer represented to our immediate left, and behind us with the boys and girls program is Merrillville right now with a free kick opportunity here with they just started the clock here for the second half, so the kids got about an extra minute of playing time, I think.
An extra few minutes for the day, or for the second half.
So about 35 yards out now with a free kick opportunity here for the Merrillville Pirates is right now KJ Haluska. We'll try to get a good look. Hobart only setting up a one-man wall here with Gill.
They're spreading out to try and cover how Merrillville's stretched out. Nice shot towards the net, but an easy one-bouncer picked up by Haluska.
That is Jorge Osorio that gets credit for the shot on that one, Kent. And had some nice pace on it, but sometimes you'd be better off picking a side if you can.
Well, the one good thing about not having a big wall there, you give your keeper a good chance to see the ball. The one-man wall allowed Haluska to see that ball coming in low. Had there been more people there, he may not have seen the ball.
Yeah, Bob Locke, we've come a long way since 2 strings and a can and a pickup truck. We're now video casting here, so we've advanced a little bit technologically. Not much, but a little bit.
Yeah, when was that first years you were at Hobart doing that?
94, I think.
94. You were the leverage that we used to get the score booth built at Mundell, because I went to the AD and said, hey, we're not going to get on the radio anymore unless we do something. He ain't going to do it out of the back of our pickup trucks anymore. So we used you as leverage, so that benefited the Mundell site.
And who was the gentleman that I used to get the hand signals from in the bleachers? That was your scorekeeper for many years.
Oh,
Dan Kapika.
Dan Kapika, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, he kept the most outstanding stats that you never see in your life.
I still have those in the file from the archives. So if you guys ever get asked about anything, I still have that stuff from him. So now the Brickies, again, going from right to left now. We'll try to get something going here with Burns, but it goes over the far touchline, resulting in a throw-in here for the Merrillville Pirates.
Yeah, we've had a lot of good families that, stepped up and helped out with building the program.
Yeah, you were telling me about the community getting involved with the building of the press box and, of course, the building of the program itself. And, boy, we had some great matches over those old Hobart Andrean matches were just fantastic games on both the boys and the girls' side.
Yeah, we had some nice kick here by Matt.
Plezak was trying to get in there for an opportunity off the left wing. And, boy, I tell you what,
who came in there?
Certainly.
He put that to this near post here, but who is that coming in here on this near side that just missed the header?
Yeah, we'll get a look here in a second here, Kent. That was number 9 for the Brickies, and that is Hank Pimentel,
yeah,
so he is out there now.
He was right there. He just missed a header, but nice service by Matt.
I think Coach Hutchins got tired of both Hank along with Greg telling him bothering him to get into the game here. So
No,
he finally relented.
I think the players were buzzing in his ear saying, let me in. I want to go, Coach. Let's go. I'm fine. So Bob and I both know how that is to have a player singing in your ear that they want to get in the game. No, but
and also Carter Gibson in there now as well. So they're certainly bringing out the front liners here in the second half for the Brickies.
Sixth free kick for the Merrillville Pirates. Second foul against Hobart of this half.
Stephen McDowell also in there at a forward position. Now bicycle kick opportunity on the play at the 18. Jeremiah Jones now getting it into the offensive third on the play. Here's a little shot that deflects off a defender off the foot of Vincent Corrales. And a good job by Haluska to come out before any harms can happen for the Bucks.
And people are talking about the value-driven service and world-class experience they receive at Centier Bank. Centier is Indiana's largest private family-owned bank. As a cornerstone in our communities, clients appreciate Centier's commitment to personalized service and a relationship built on trust. This is strong belief in local business, community, and family is why Centier clients are proud to say, that's my bank, Centier Bank, member FDIC.
Scoreless tie with 35:49 remaining in regulation. Nice job again by Miguel Marcano with a slide tackle now on Jeremiah Jones for Merrillville.
Marcano is having one heck of a game back there.
He certainly is a candidate for our Centier Bank Performer of the Game, Ken. The left fullback, small in stature, but certainly not small in heart out there. Throw in now off the near touchline, going to Jay Squared. Off the throw in from David Rodriguez with his back to the offensive player. Nice job again by Plezak to get out of that corner.
Did a nice job of bodying up, pushing him off, not letting him get down the route that he wanted to take, and got the ball away from him.
Now Andres Carrillo trying to work his magic, but Pimentel comes back now on the corner for the Bucks. Here's Gill now trying to stay onside on the play is Stephen McDowell. McDowell now on the left wing for Hobart, moving from right to left on your radio dial as well as laptop. Ground ball attack now, spinorama move by Carter Gibson, and a nice job of coming back by Osorio
Good mark.
for the Merrillville Pirates.
Good marking up on that play by Merrillville.
Good to see you, Bob Locke.
Good seeing you, Bob.
Always great to see you again.
Now that you're leaving, we'll talk behind your back.
So the architect of this when this whole thing started off, Kent, back in the day, on the boys' side of things, and of course you starting the girls' program over at Hobart, and the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah, it was a good time. We had a lot of help from our wives, tolerating us, but yet they were involved in a lot of the management and decisions. And
there were probably a few days where you wish you had the field turf back in the day.
Oh boy. Yeah, it was good working with the rec program. We did that for the number of years, and then as our boys, with JR and David, were getting up to the high school level, we found out that there was no high school program, so we made the pitch to the school board to the school board, and they adopted our proposal to adopt soccer into the high school. At that time, it was just boys.
Right, and it was also a spring sport back then,
it was
too,
spring,
wasn't it?
yeah, so we played at the Bricky Bowl to start off. We played a couple seasons there, and then that's when we moved over to Mundell. They got that fixed up for us. 2 years after I think soccer was initiated is when they initiated the women's program, the girls' program.
So when you guys were over at Bricky Bowl, was it a sanctioned sport at that time?
No, I don't believe it was.
Okay.
It was not a sanctioned sport at the time. So we had a big a couple fans in our group that we were presenting to. One was my brother was on the school board, which helped out. And second thing, Jerry Hicks, our former football coach, he was in favor of soccer. He understood it. So fortunately for the boys, we got soccer, and we had a girls. We had some of the girls on the soccer program, boys soccer team. Kelly Rogers was one. Wendy Briggs was another. And
a lot of success. And of course, you had a long line of good goalkeepers too come through the program as well.
Oh yeah.
Melissa Isaacson or Amanda.
Amanda Isaacson,
Yeah.
Kate Corrigan, who unfortunately passed during her high school years, but she was a sweetheart. Bob had a number of good keepers. His son David was a good keeper. Colin, my son, was a good keeper, but he also played the field. Steve Isaacson was another good keeper for him.
Yeah.
Tim Lucas played for him. Quite a few other ones there too. I can't remember their names right now, but Hobart has been blessed with some pretty good keepers.
They got one now in KJ Haluska as well.
Unfortunately, he's going to be he's playing his last game here for him, but that's a shame. But yes, no doubt about it, he's definitely had a good year.
Now McDowell with the ball, trying to settle it down with 31-38 remaining here in a scoreless soccer match here between Hobart and Merrillville. And right now, it looks like they are going to...
got a man down over there. They're waiting for the...
Now they'll go ahead and stop the clock here with 31-26 remaining in regulation in a 0-0 tie. And also as well with the Hobart Elks Lodge, 11:52, there's going to be Trunk or Treat on October the 25th. They also have a garage sale on November 1st and 2nd, as well as the New Year's Eve party. Also mention this ad before October 31st, and you can receive 10% off your food bill, and that's at the Hobart Elks Lodge, located at 3580 West 61st Avenue in Hobart. You can also give them a call at 219-942-1152, and also like them on Facebook at Hobart Elks Lodge 1152.
I believe that was Spagnola for Hobart that was taken off. Ball courteously thrown back and kicked back to the Merrillville Pirates to go ahead and get the restart going.
Merrillville going from left to right on your laptop, an electronic device dressed in their purple road uniforms with the stripe down the side of the jerseys and the trunks. And meanwhile, the Hobart Brickies in their home whites, as both of these teams will be now heading out to sectionals coming up later this week on Wednesday. So not a lot of rest for the worry for both of these sides as they go through the senior night festivities and then get one day off, and they're right back in the playoff hunt.
Now that you're sending me down memory lane, I remember the time when on a play like that where you could throw the ball to your keeper, and your keeper could catch it and then restart the play before they changed the rules, because I remember throwing it to Kate all the time because she was a big, strong girl who could punt the ball. Not quite as good as Haluska, but pretty close. But,
sure. Still see once in a while. Don't see it as often as I used to. So Lake Central used to employ that somersault on the throw-in.
Yeah, that's kind of faded away. You don't see that very often anymore. But there was that was the fad about 10 years ago.
So now coming in here for the throw-in on the near touchline will be number 14 for the Bucks, and that's Andres Carrillo. He gets it inside the 18 on the play where the Brickies are able to get it over to Miguel Marcano. Knocked down again by Carrillo. He does the tightrope walk here on the near side, and a good job of faking out the offensive player. Did that ball get over the line or not? It did not.
It didn't.
Wow. So that was a nice cross there. Jamal Duke was right around the 6 there, kind of hanging out.
Well, it did make it across. He did go ahead and call it. Now the goal kick's taken by Haluska. And we've got Nitco and Dish team up. Triple play Nitco Dish services are now available in your own backyard, and your home team's going to love it. They'll enjoy fast broadband internet, voice communication with landline reliability, and Dish television with Hopper that allows you to skip through annoying TV commercials and watch your TV anytime, anywhere. Make the switch today and start saving big, fast, reliable, local, Nitco connected. Always call 219-996-2981 or visit www.nitco.com for more information.
Throw in now in front of the head coach of the Hobart Brickies, John Hutchins, who had a nice tribute to his seniors out here before the ball game.
Yeah, that was a nice touch. He's kind of a sentimental knucklehead. I can say that because I know him. But no, he's done a good job with the program. Has good rapport with the kids. And like we said earlier, these kids have been with him the whole time he's been at Hobart. So I mean, there's a connection there that you develop over 4 years.
Yeah, and it's a tough situation. You're going into a quote-unquote football school and trying to develop a soccer program which runs concurrent with the football program. Throw in now on the play just short of the 18. Now Jamal Duke off the far side, going to try to cross it into the midfield area. And now the Bucks try to get something going on the counter with 28 minutes remaining in this match. Somebody trying to tickle the onion sack for the first time tonight. Now Duke on the right wing, little chip shot on the play off the right side. Marcano got beat on the play. Here's the cross opportunity. Just passed as now Haluska will come out. They were trying to get it to Jorge Osorio.
He just missed that by a fraction.
Boy, David Rodriguez with a great cross for Merrillville in the offensive third. And Gill's Auto Repair at 2602 Beach Street in Valparaiso has been serving the automotive repair needs of the local community for over 25 years. With multiple bays to serve their customers, they specialize in the repair and care of foreign and domestic cars. They're open from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m., Monday through Friday. Call Gill's Auto Repair in Valparaiso today, 219-462-9694. That's 219-462-9694 for Gill's Auto Repair in Valparaiso. Now an opportunity goes by the wayside off the foot of Cody Bryant, and he may have been better served there, Kent, to go with the left foot on that one.
Well, he was trying for the near post, but had good pace on it, just a little bit off to the left. It curved on him. But Matt Plesac with another good throw right into the middle. But as you could see as he was running up that time, how he twists his back, and that's how he was called on a misthrow earlier in the first half. But he really wrenches his back to try and get it straight. As long as your back ends up straight when you make the throw, you're okay. You can twist any which way you want. But that back and shoulders, it's all got to be straight when you release.
So can you do your arms have to be perpendicular with your waist, or can they be?
They can be parallel. They'll be parallel. Your both feet have to be on the ground. Your backs, and your arms got to come straight over your head.
I was going to say, so you can't sling it from the side.
You can't go from the side, but you can see he was twisting enough to try and get some torque on his body, so that when it comes straight, his arms are going straight over his head.
He's getting momentum towards the goal.
Correct. Now here we got a free kick for Hobart.
Here comes the howitzer blast by Plesac. Got through a defender and tipped on goal by Gill. So a nice job on the combination there with Plesac. But good job again by Breck. Check that. That was Todd Burns that deflected that ball off the free kick from Matt Plesac. 25.5 remaining here in the match. No score between the Brickies and the Bucks. Hobart has already had 3 ties this season. Merrillville has not had a deadlock throughout the whole season. Plesac with a good job of keeping the ball downstairs to Marcano. Now Miguel with a centering pass looking up high for number 26, Jordan Carr, but intercepted now by Merrillville, and now they get it to Jamal Duke. Duke, a senior.
He's calling for a side run. He's wants a
got
corner
David
run here.
Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to catch up for a potential cross. Puts on the brakes on the play. Centering pass and a one-timer. Got some good pace on it by Osorio, but it ends up going harmlessly past the near post, Kent.
Today's game is being sponsored by Northwest Indiana Soccer League, the leading sanctioning body for youth soccer across much of Northwest Indiana. If you're interested in soccer for your area's youth, get in touch with Northwest Indiana Soccer League on their website at nwisl.com.
Look there at the Hobart bench as now you get a good look at KJ Haluska.
24-23 to go in the last half of these seniors' game at Hobart High School.
We'll see if somebody can break through here in this defensive battle. Both teams have had their opportunities, but both goalkeepers have been up to the task. Bradley Brack looking for his 8th shutout of the year. And meanwhile, KJ Haluska trying to get whitewash number 2 and another clean sheet.
There was a question I was asked the other day. When do you think soccer is going to take over football in the United States?
I tell you what, I heard a statistic that was very interesting, Kent, that you bring that up. I always forget the name of this. It's not called biddy football. It's called Pop Warner.
Yeah.
Pop Warner. Here's the throw-in now. First
nice
of all,
throw-in.
And it goes right to Brack. He just picked it right off of midair. Tall drink of water out there, well over 6 feet.
Look at Matt hustle back to his defensive spot.
Pop Warner numbers are down 25%.
That's
significant. And they say in another few years they're going to be down by 50. Because of the concussion situation.
Yeah, I think you're right because and soccer continues to grow. You continue to have more involvement, more participation at the younger level. Parents are viewing it as a safer sport to play, but I told him, I said, it's still going to be another good 20 years before the NFL is looking up to the, Major League Soccer.
Right.
But
I agree with you there.
But
it's going to be a while because it's a cultural thing.
Yeah. But, as like right now, what you're seeing, when we were involved in starting the program, nobody cared about soccer very much in Northwest Indiana. Now it's, the parents that played – are now having their kids play, and the generational thing, and it's starting to roll around. So,
yeah, and even the attendance at the IHSAA tournament is up as they now play at IUPUI. It's going over from Kuntz. So, the numbers are certainly there, and they bear it out. Now Hobart deep in Merrillville territory, trying to force a corner kick, and a good job by Merrillville to be able to get the regroup and get the possession deep in their zone. 22 minutes remaining here in regulation. And come see why Levin Tire Center is your one-stop shop for new tires in Northwest Indiana. As now Brack is going to let it go towards the near touch line on the play. Let's see if the Brickies can save it, and they do. A nice back heel kick, and it went right off the Merrillville defender.
That was a nice play. Heeled it back into him. We got Matt Plesac coming up again to take the throw. This will be a throwing corner kick with 21:36 to go.
Wonder how many miles he puts on a game.
A lot.
Running from that back all the way up for those throw-ins and corners.
The young man's in shape.
Here's the throw-in now off the near touch line by number 18. It's a good one. Brack with a two-fisted punch out there. Now almost trying to line it up, and he mishits the ball. And Brack will seal off, and will go over the goal line. And come see why Levin Tire Center is your one-stop shop for new tires in Northwest Indiana. For a limited time, fall into big savings with rebates. They're available on most major brands, including General, Cooper, Pirelli, Hancock, Kumho, Bridgestone, and Goodyear Dunlap. Levin's has 7 full-service centers with all locations open Saturday, and the Highland store also open Sunday for your convenience. Check out the Sunday Times and Post-Tribune for valuable savings, or visit www.levintirecenter.com for more information. Levin Tire Center, earning your trust one day at a time since 1918.
Right at the halfway mark, 20 minutes. 20 minutes to go in the game right now. 0-0 tie still.
Both teams,
they've each had some opportunities. Merrillville have had the more quality opportunities of the game. Hobart's defense has done a nice job of keeping Merrillville out of the box, not letting them work any plays inside. Hobart's just being opportunistic when they can punch the ball through. Most of their good opportunities have even started on their throw-ins.
Out of the lineup now is Jordan Carr, as Todd Burns is back in there now. Hobart did go to the bench and bring in Carter Gibson for a little bit, along with Hank Pimentel. Now near sideline into the ball game is Mikolaj Kazabowski, the transfer exchange student out of Poland. He's playing a right outside mid now for Brian Past. Jamal Duke now off the right side, very
good
dangerous. And
there.
Again, Marcano doing a job, and then Duke comes back with a forearm shiver on the play, and things getting a little bit chippy on the pitch.
Yeah, so frustrations do come out. Young lad, this is not the time to get thrown out of this game. You definitely do not want to be lost when you have to play Crown Point on Wednesday.
Yeah, they need his offensive prowess out there.
So you better keep your temper under control.
19 minutes remaining in the match. 50-50 ball as Burns trying to get in there. Pimentel now trying to turn on the soccer ball, but a great job by Jeremiah Jones defensively for Merrillville. Far side now to Ramirez. Knocked out of the defense, and now they'll corral it back to the left fullback position. That ball is going to have some pace on it as it goes towards the goal line, and the Bricks do a great job of letting it go over the goal line.
Check out the 2014 model year-end event at Scapel Cadillac in Merrillville. Some of the special offers include the ELR electric propulsion for $67,280, a savings of $12,000. The ATS sedan 2.5 for $35,645, the CTS sedan 2.0 for $51,680, and the XTS standard four-wheel drive for $45,540. All of the 2014 models are available for 0% financing for up to 60 months. For more great deals, visit www.scaplecadillac.com or call 219-738-1900. Scapel Cadillac is located 2929 West US 30, just 2 miles west of I-65.
There you get a good look at Bradley Brack, the senior, with 7 shutouts this season in 16 games, 20 goals against for a 1.25 goals against average, and he's had 115 saves this season, as he has had this Merrillville team in a shootout against the Valparaiso Vikings earlier this season, and also lost an overtime game against LaPorte.
Not to mention that he was all DAC and all district last year.
Yeah, and also had 3 consecutive shutouts in the Hoosier Cup down in Bloomington against Jennings County, the Washington Hatchets, and Bloomington North.
That had to be a good trip.
Yeah.
Win all 3 games, all by shutout.
Won their division down there, as Coach talked about, and a very good statewide tournament. 17 minutes remaining in the match, and we are still scoreless in this one, as now Coach Hutchins is going to go to the bench again.
Looking at the final polls, Mike, we got Chesterton on top of the 2A group, so they'll finish number 1 in the polls. And Crown Point finishing up at 13. Munster finishing at 18, and let's see, who else got bumped? Valpo got bumped out of even recognition. And
they got beat by Munster on Saturday,
so
4-2.
They're out on the 1A for the boys. Nobody in the area is getting any kind of love except for Mishawaka Marion. Now taking a look over at the girls' side on the 2A. Mishawaka Marion and St. Joe are 13 and 14. And then after that, that's about all the love that any of the big teams, the 2A schools, are getting.
Now here's Duke on the right wing. His shot is well off the mark. Good job of recovery defensively by the Brickies in their own zone. Is getting up very gingerly was Matt Plezak for the Brickies, and that's right in the area where you could possibly pull a muscle back there. So we'll see what happens. And Regional Radio Sports wants to thank the Hobart Soccer Club for sponsoring a portion of tonight's broadcast. They are home to 2 3v3 national championship teams. The club wishes best of luck to the boys' team tonight and in the postseason tournament, as well as Colleen Newell and the girls' team in their postseason tournament. Best of luck, Brickies, during the 2014 high school soccer postseason from the Hobart Soccer Club. You can find more information about the Hobart Soccer Club at HobartSoccerClub.com. Now Duke in the box, trying to get free, and a great job off the weak side by the Brickies there to clear it out of harm's way.
Duke trying to be a one-man show up there. He's doing a nice job of putting the pressure on. Good interception and anticipation by number 13 for Merrillville, and that is Arnold Sanchez. Finishing up the 1A polls for the girls, Wheeler's still number 6 in the state, and believe it or not, Andrean came back into ranking. They're at 18.
Yeah, that could be a potential championship game that we're going to videocast here on RRSN.com, Kent, next Saturday over in Union Township with Wheeler taking on Andrean. So 2 ranked teams could possibly end up meeting in the sectional championship.
Did you get your squads and your things lined up for Saturday?
Not yet.
Okay, be that way. Fine. Don't throw no guilt trip on me. You had plenty of time, as I would hear at home. You had plenty of time to figure this out.
Oh, Lord. I tell you. There's not enough hours in the day, let me tell you.
Oh, as many emails as you send out? I'm telling you what, you're running me out of ink on the printer.
Now midfield third. Counter on the play by the Bucks. Looking midfield area now for Osorio. Again, Plezak anticipates nicely. The ball gets deflected to the far side, and both Osorio, along with David Rodriguez, run out of real estate with 13:45 remaining in the match. And we are still scoreless. And the Hobart Assembly of God is located at 7545 East Ridge Road in Hobart. It's a Christ-centered, Bible-believing, and Spirit-filled church. They offer Sunday morning services at 9 and 11, have a youth ministry service at 7 p.m. on Friday evenings, and a midweek discipleship service Wednesday nights from 7 until 8:15. The church also offers daily child care with quality staff and low rates. Come grow with us at Hobart Assembly of God God on the web at hobartassembly.com or give us a call at 219-942-2691. Special thanks to all the Hobart sponsors. They're the reason why we're out here doing this video cast. Again, Gill's Auto Repair, Hobart Assembly of God, Hobart Elks Lodge, along with the Hobart Soccer Club and Mr. Pimentel. We thank them all for their tremendous support.
Yeah, we're going to be helping us out on Wednesday too. So we'll be doing the Portage Hobart game Wednesday.
And then what about that Chesterton-Valpo game,
That's
Kent?
going to be a
dandy.
That's going to be a bloodbath because Chesterton pretty much manhandled Valparaiso early in the soccer season, just really made them just look like they were under-8 squad. And now Valpo's turned things around. Now here we got a nice through ball for Merrillville. Marcano breaking that up very well. Does a nice job of hanging on to the ball, backing into it, just swinging back and forth with the striker, and that's number 2,
Osorio.
So I tell you what, Marcano's impressive tonight.
Don't miss your chance to get your fix of live Major League Soccer this year. The Chicago Fire Soccer Club has one home game remaining in the 2014 season. See the Men in Red on Friday, October the 24th against the Houston Dynamo. Tickets are available by calling 888-MLS-FIRE or online at chicago-fire.com. The Chicago Fire live at Toyota Park in Bridgeview. Chicago Fire is Chicago Soccer. Chicago Soccer is Chicago Fire. And we're going to have a fall called here or what? Yeah.
We're going to have a great opportunity for Hobart right now. They're going to have a free kick.
Just outside the box.
Wow. You can't get much closer than PK land.
So Greg Gill is going to get this opportunity, and they're lined up literally about 6 inches away from the ball, and I'm assuming that they're going to have to go back where the official is.
Well, the good thing about doing that by Merrillville is you stop a quick kick. A lot of times that somebody will come up there, they'll do a quick kick and they'll score on it. You get up there close, you stop that situation.
Here's the Gill kick. It gets knocked down by the wall and then cleared nicely by the Pirates. So he couldn't quite get the bend around the wall on that one. And, of course, earlier this season, Kent, we've seen Chesterton actually pass around the wall for a score.
Yeah, they have some nice set plays. So if you're listening on Wednesday night, you'll hear some interesting direct kick plays by the Chesterton Trojans.
Down to 10:25 remaining in the match of a scoreless tie as Prieto got his pocket picked. Merrillville trying to come back on the corner now on the play on the counter with Osorio. Near sideline they go. Again, Marcano with a great job. Boy, number 2 has been all over the place tonight.
I'll tell you what, yeah, between he and Matt Plesac, they've done a heck of a job just making sure that Merrillville can't make anything happen inside the box. And Tech Credit Union can save you money on vehicle financing. Now's your chance to get an annual percentage rate as low as 0.99 for up to 36 months on cars, trucks, and motorcycles. Need a longer term? How about 1.49 for 48 months and 1.99 for 60 months? New, used, or refinance, you have money-saving options. For details, visit Tech Credit Union online, techcu.org, contact any branch, or call the lending specialist at 800-276-TECH. Tech Credit Union is an equal opportunity lender. It is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Rates are going to change without notice.
Good job by Aluska to avoid the corner there for the Brickies. Now Prieto with a nice start and stop move, but an equally good job of forcing him to the outside by Michael De La Pena, the sophomore.
And remember, Automasters supports their community by sponsoring a portion of today's game. They're located at 6817 Calumet Avenue in Hammond, and they are an ASC-certified repair shop specializing in electrical, computer, brakes, shocks, repairs, and tune-ups. Automaster also does towing. For more information and to schedule an appointment, give Automasters a call, 931-2702. We're right in your neighborhood.
Now Jeremiah Jones trying to back check on the play with 8:48 remaining in the match. Marcano now, good heel trap. Got knocked out on the play by Osorio, and Jorge now carries on the right wing. And Plesac,
good cover.
Again with a good job. Those two guys really cover for each other in the back.
Well, Plesac, that's his job as sweeper. He's got to see where it's being attacked, come over and fill the voids. Does a nice job. Marcano goes down. He's limping a little bit, but Plesac did a nice job of filling the void.
Nice aggressive move by Gill, or check that by Heileck here on the near sideline. Now Jones with a little tap trying to get it over to Kazabowski. And now the Bucks settle it down on the play with Carrillo. Andres with a little bit of room now outside the 18, and he mishit with the left foot that time, just outside of the penalty area. Gill's Auto Repair at 2602 Beach Street in Valparaiso has been serving the automotive repair needs of the local community for over 25 years. With multiple bays to serve their customers, they specialize in the repair and care of foreign and domestic cars. They're open from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Call Gill's Auto Repair in Valparaiso today, 219-462-9694. That's 219-462-9694 for Gill's Auto Repair in Valparaiso.
Good header there by Marcano to get the ball away. Now, good stop by the Hobart defense, keeping the action of Merrillville outside the box, not letting them penetrate.
They've done a pretty good job of sealing off tonight, with the exception of the one set piece that Merrillville had, which was a glorified corner that Duke was able to get his noggin on, but Haluska was up to the task.
Foul called against Gill, a little too much pushing in there.
We're now down to 7 minutes remaining in regulation, as now Oscar Hernandez, the sophomore, lines up the free kick here for Merrillville.
And they're trying to inch it up about 5 extra yards.
Of course.
Move it back, young lad.
Hobart setting up a three-man wall here, as Merrillville's number 6, Michael De La Pena, also joining the party. About 40 yards out now here on the right wing, offensive portion midfield third. Orsoyo goes short on the play to Hernandez, and Plesac will just buy the Hobart Brickies defense some time.
A nice option. A little far out to be trying to play like that, but nice stop by Plesac to get over there and kick it away. Those are kind of some of the runs that we saw Chesterton doing the other day.
Yes. But they did it around about a 5 or 6 man wall in the box.
Mm-hmm.
So Vega now will come back into the ball game, and Kazabowski will take a seat.
6 minutes to go right now, 0-0 tie.
Here's the throw in now, outside the 6, trying to get a reverse header on the play. Good job by the Bucks to get it going, but a seal-off by Plesac results in a goal kick for Haluska and the Hobart Brickies. And the Hobart Assembly of God is located at 7545 East Ridge Road in Hobart, and it's a Christ-centered, Bible-believing, and Spirit-filled church. They offer Sunday morning services at 9 and 11. They have a youth ministry service at 7 p.m. on Friday evenings, and a midweek discipleship service Wednesday nights from 7 to 8:15. The church also offers daily child care with quality staff and low rates. Come grow with us at Hobart Assembly of God on the web at hobartassembly.com, or give us a call at 219-942-2691.
Good lane checking there by Merrillville to keep Hobart's transition from going anywhere. Nice job of bodying in and then getting the ball to the sidelines. Plesac with one of the long throw-ins coming.
Here it comes towards the box, and again Brack is able to grab it out of midair before Todd Burns can get his noggin on it. And Matt has been a little bit too far on those throw-ins tonight.
Well, he's throwing it right at him, too. I mean, he's got to get it to some side, pull him, get him into traffic.
Now Carter Gibson trying to go with a backdoor pass off the Marcano steal, as now they try to settle it down with 4:32 remaining in the match. Almost now going 50-50 on the far side in front of the Hobart bench, but the Bucks are able to get it to Duke. Good recognition on the far side by Marty Holland.
Shots this half. Brickies have had a couple. Merrillville's only had one.
Yeah, so it kind of turned it around as far as the fortunes of the shooting.
Brack's got one save. Haluska's got one save in this half.
So far side kick now for Holland, who's back at his more familiar right fullback position for Hobart. Here's the cross now at the 18. It's a good one. Gets off a Merrillville defender. Now a bicycle kick, one-timer and a save by Brack on the shot on the play, but they may have blown that offside. It was Prieto that had the shot there, Kent, but I think they blew it offside. Yeah, because they're marking it outside the box.
We haven't seen a corner kick in this half, have we?
I don't think so. No.
I don't think so either.
Both defenses have done a great job of avoiding that situation. Andre Santiago now back in on the right wing. 3:25 remaining in the match. No score between Merrillville and Hobart here, as the teams have done a great job of not going into a shell here. Both teams have certainly tried offensively to get the scores, and you got to credit both these keepers and the defenses.
We got Dodgers 0, Cards 0 in the second. Seahawks 7, Redskins nothing in the second quarter.
That's right. We got Monday Night Football. Now Jamal Duke on the right wing for Merrillville, puts on the brakes. Nice cross on the play in the midfield area, looking for Osorio, trying to settle it down. But, yeah, he didn't have any help.
No Merrillville numbers there at all.
2:37 left. Hobart trying to come back on the counters. They're able to get it to Gill. Too many Merrillville Pirates there in the midfield area, though. Now almost trying to mark up with a hard slide tackle there on Chris Rodriguez, and they're going to call a foul on the stopper for the Bricks.
Fourth foul of this half against the Brickies. 2:13, 2:10 to go right now.
Brian Pass telling his guys to move up into the box here for this free kick opportunity. Here it comes off the foot of Sanchez. Outside the 18, deflects to Osorio just outside the box. Let's see if it went off of Hobart. It did not.
Wow. Regional Radio Sports Network wants to thank Tauber Law Offices, 1415 Eagle Ridge Drive in Schererville, for their continued support of student-athletes. They practice general, civil, and trial law in all state and federal courts, specializing in personal injury, wrongful death, real estate, corporate wills, and probate, family, divorce, and criminal law. They also serve as trust, estate, and business planning needs of all their clients. Call Tauber Law Offices today for all your legal needs. 219-865-6666.
So Merrillville now with 1:23 remaining, trying to get something going on the counter. Back to the midfield circle right now with 1:16 left.
Seahawks 10, Redskins 0.
No surprise there.
No.
Cousins, of course, taking over for the quarterback position for RG3. And you go up against that Seattle defense, and good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Plezak with good recognition there with his back to the defender, but now Hobart turns it over to Duke now with 53 seconds remaining in the match. Left side they go now, trying to get a potential cross here, and a nice give and go. They've got some room. Here it comes on the play. The ball loose in the mixer. It's knocked around, and now Haluska's trying to come out, and he smothers it. The ball is still free, and now they finally blow it dead, as they say Merrillville was pushing on the play.
Protection of the goalie, more or less, I would say.
Wow.
But that was the...
Things certainly were going fast and furious over there.
I was just about to comment, too, that you're not seeing people play at the end of the game with a reckless abandon that you would see earlier in the season. I think both teams they're satisfied to come out of here with the tie.
Now 12 seconds remaining, and they're going to try to get Plezak with one more throw, down to 8. Here comes the throw on the play up to the 18, knocked out of the defense. Gill trying to get it on the play, and that will wrap it up here at the Brickyard, as the two teams now will kind of try to catch their breath after a very impressive defensive battle here over in Hobart, as the Merrillville Pirates and the Hobart Brickies battle to a scoreless draw. So the second shutout of the season for KJ Haluska for the Bricks, and Bradley Brack is able to get his 8th clean sheet for Merrillville.
Yeah, good defensive battle. You didn't see Hobart doing a lot of things up top. You've seen that they were pretty satisfied to keep their numbers back on defense, take their chances when they could up top, and see what happened. But they've only had 3 shots on goal for the night, 2 of those coming in the second half, earlier in the second half. Merrillville, but I'd give credit, again, to the Hobart defense. Kept the Merrillville Pirates out of their box, kept them pushed out on top, didn't let them make any moves there until the end. That last foray at the end of the game was the first time that Merrillville really did anything really serious in the offensive third against the Hobart Brickies.
So the Hobart Brickies with the tie now will move to 6-4 on the season. So that will conclude their year with their 16 games in the books. And the Merrillville Pirates, they played one extra game this year because they had the tournament down in Bloomington, and they finished with a record of 9-7-1 heading into the sectional. So both teams now come together with sportsmanlike fashion to congratulate each other on a job well done. And now they'll move on to the postseason. And attention, Northwest Indiana elite boys and girls soccer players, take your game to the next level with professional coaching and training at Millennium Soccer Association Vardar. Millennium Soccer Association Vardar is a premier soccer club in Northwest Indiana who fields teams for both boys and girls ages 8, U8 through U18. They'll be holding open tryouts at the end of October for all age groups. Player and coach excellence includes 8 Indiana State finalists, 4 Indiana State semifinalists, and 15 Indiana State Soccer League ISL champions. For more information about tryouts, visit their website, www.millenniumsoccer.org, or you can contact Vangel Nikofsky at 219-577-5509, or you can send him an email at fodball, that's Fodbal, at AOL.com. That's fodball at AOL.com. Great job as well by Garrett Farrell along with Ariana Jimenez out here tonight. Did a terrific job of capturing all the sights and sounds out here at the Brickyard, Kent.
Did a nice job. It was our first video cast together. It seemed to go well. You know, they did a nice job. I hope everybody out there enjoyed being able to see the play, as well as listen to Mike. Of course, not me, but that's okay. But no, this was more fun. A little bit more relaxed way to do a game when you could just chat over the and let people watch the action.
This spot is also sponsored by Schwartz Retson and Company. They're a certified public accounting firm serving both businesses and individuals in Northwest Indiana over the last 80 years. Schwartz Retson prides itself on being able to provide high-quality tax accounting and assurance services to Northwest Indiana at reasonable rates. Schwartz Retson has helped clients through various changing economies and business environments over recent years. They strive to provide outstanding customer service to all of their clients. Thanks for considering the professionals at Schwartz Retson for your tax accounting and assurance needs, Kent. So let's take a look at the final numbers here in the scoreless tie between Hobart and Merrillville.
Pretty even on both sides, even going down to the fouls. But the one thing that Merrillville did lead in was the corner kicks. They had 4 corner kicks as opposed to Hobart's none. Brack had, for Merrillville, had 2 saves. Merrillville had 4 shots on goal, only 1 in the second half, but 3 in the first half. Hobart Brickies had 3 shots on goal, 2 in the second half, 1 in the first. Haluska did a nice job back there in the net. Had 4 saves, but also putting the ball back in play for his teammates and punting well over midfield to let the transitions begin. Foul side, Hobart was able to take 8 direct kicks. They had 1 offsides call against them. The Merrillville Pirates, they were able to take 6 direct kicks. None of the direct kicks were of any consequence. They were also called for offsides once.
If you're thinking of shopping for that new or pre-driven car, don't fall for the giant pressure games of other dealerships. Christensen Chevy doesn't play them. Come see why we are better. Giant showroom, not giant pressure, and you have a large selection to choose from in their heated showroom. To view more of their huge selection of used and new vehicles, go to www.christensenchevy.com. Christensen is conveniently located at 9700 Indianapolis Boulevard in Highland. That's at the intersection of 45th and Indianapolis Boulevard. And Kent, what do you think both of these sides take out of this type of match late in the regular season?
I think it was just a good, just a good warm-up for each one of them. I mean, they're both, they both got to fine-tune their skills a little bit more. They both, it's confirmation of what they've done all year. I would have been very unnerved if I was a coach and my team got blown out in this game.
Right.
In this game, if you look at the schedules that they played, they matched up pretty good against the like opponents. So I would say that this was pretty much a verification that, we belong where we're at. We are a competitive team, and we can go into the next week this next Wednesday and have a good chance against the teams that they have to face.
We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, and we will name our Centier Bank performers of the game, and then we'll also take a look ahead to our sectional coverage as well right here on RRSN.com. Once again, the final score out here tonight, the Hobart Brickies nothing and the Merrillville Pirates nothing. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and come back and continue our post-game coverage here on RRSN.com and Regional Radio Sports.
Do you want a loan decision in just 15 minutes? Well, of course you do. No matter what your dream purchase, when you apply for a loan from Horizon Bank, we'll give you a quick response so you can buy it. Today, you'll get a decision about your loan within 15 minutes of submitting your application, guaranteed. Exceptional service, sensible advice. That's our promise to you.
Exceptional service, sensible advice, Horizon Bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Learn more at horizonbank.com.
Are you confronted by chronic foot or ankle pain? Is your activity hampered by aching feet, knees, or a sore low back? At Breakthrough Podiatry, Bruce Williams, Doctor of Podiatric Medicine, challenges the old, outdated methods used by most podiatrists and attacks your foot and ankle pain head-on, getting you out of pain fast. Breakthrough Podiatry is always ahead of the pack, using cutting-edge technology and an advanced understanding of your entire body, lower extremities, and foot structure. Join the thousands of patients who have experienced Breakthrough Podiatry, a revolution in foot care. Convenient locations in Merrillville and Valparaiso. Call 219-769-0977 for an appointment today. That's 219-769-0977. Breakthrough Podiatry, a revolution in foot care. Bruce Williams, Doctor of Podiatric Medicine.
Welcome back here to the press box at the Brickyard as we get set to wrap it up here on RRSN.com. The Hobart Bricky emblem proudly displayed here at the midfield stripe at the football stadium as well as football stadium, F-U-T-B-O-L. And we saw about 80 minutes of football out here tonight, Kent. And our post-game report is brought to us by Albert's Jewelers with a couple locations in northwest Indiana. And Kent, just a great match out here today. And right now, both of these teams, of course, moving on to the sectional. And let's take a look at what happened tonight. As we mentioned, we did have one final in the books from that sectional between Andrean and Hanover Central out there in Cedar Lake.
Yeah, we had over the Munster boys sectional, Hammond versus Clark. That was at 5. Boone Grove sectional, we had Boone Grove versus Oregon Davis. Hanover Central boys sectional, Andrean over Hanover Central with their keeper getting booted during the game, obviously upset after an altercation in the box area. On the girls' side, South Bend St. Joe sectional, Michigan City took on South Bend Washington. Covenant Christian sectional, Couts took on Hanover Central, and that game was at 6. Tomorrow's games, Boone Grove sectional, Hebrons versus Couts. Girls' side, 2A, East Chicago Central girls will be taking on Clark at their own sectional. Highland girls will be taking on Munster at their own sectional at 6 o'clock. Covenant Christian girls sectional, Morgan Township will be taking on Hebron, and then Rensselaer will be taking on Boone Grove there afterwards. Wheeler girls sectional, we got Wheeler versus Marquette Catholic, and then Westville versus Bishop Knoll at 7. Wednesday's the big day. That's when just about everybody that hasn't been in action will be in action. Lake Central boys sectional, Highland versus Lake Central at 5. Gavitt versus Griffith at 7. Merrillville boys sectional, KV will be taking on Lowell at 5. Lowell beat them last week in a contest. Was it 1-0?
Right.
The second game there, Crown Point will be taking on these Merrillville Pirates at 7 o'clock. Crown Point coming in 7-2-3. Munster, the Munster sectional at 5 o'clock, we'll see Morton versus East Chicago, and then after that at 7 we'll see Munster versus Hammond or Clark, the winner of tonight's game. Portage sectional, that will be on RRSN and WEFM. Portage is going to be playing against Hobart, Hobart being the home team at 5 o'clock. Valparaiso will be taking on number 1 Chesterton at 7 o'clock, so you'll be able to hear both of those games Wednesday night. South Bend St. Joe sectional, South Bend St. Joe versus LaPorte, South Bend Washington versus Michigan City. Class 1 Boone Grove, Morgan Township versus the Boone Grove Oregon Davis winner. Hanover Central sectional, we got Rensselaer versus Covenant Christian. Then Bishop Knoll will be taking on Andrean. Wheeler Boys sectional, and that's going to be the 5 o'clock game, Washington Township versus Westville. Wheeler versus Marquette at 7 o'clock. Thursday is girls' night. We've got Crown Point girls sectional, Merrillville versus KV at 5, Crown Point versus Lowell at 7, EC sectional, girls, East Chicago girls will be taking on Clark. Hammond will be taking on Morton in the second game at 7 o'clock. The first game's at 5. Highland girls sectional, Griffith versus Lake Central at 5, Gavitt versus Highland or Munster at 7, Hobart girls sectional, Valpo versus Portage at 5, Chesterton versus Hobart at 7, and over at Wheeler or Marquette versus Westville or Bishop Knoll at the 5 o'clock game, Andrean versus Washington Township at 7. Covenant Christian girls sectional, Covenant Christian will be taking on the winner of Couts and Hanover Central. Morgan Township or Hebron will be taking on the winner of Rensselaer or Valpo, and that game will be at 7.
Great job, Kent. And, of course, right now, as we mentioned with our sectional coverage, we'll have the doubleheader on Wednesday over at Portage. Portage and Hobart at 5, Chesterton and Valparaiso at 7. That'll be on 95.9 WEFM is right here, as well as right here on RRSN.com. Check your local listings in the RRSN.com website for our sectional championship coverage. If Wheeler takes on Andrean on the girls' side of things, if both of those teams break through, then we're going to be on the air right here on RRSN.com at 9:30 in the morning on Saturday for a live video cast from Union Township for that ball game between the Wheeler Bearcats and the Andrean 59ers. So that will be on the dais. We also may have a crew out at Crown Point for that ball game, potential ball game between Crown Point and Kankakee Valley. So check your local listings. And then championship on Saturday, certainly Portage or Hobart against Chesterton or Valparaiso is a possibility on Saturday night, as well as some of the other matchups earlier in the day on the girls' side of things. So time now to name our Centier Bank performers of the game. I think both of us can pretty much agree on the Hobart side of things, Ken.
Yeah. Miguel Marcano, number 2, did an excellent job on defense tonight. Did a great job of just stopping all the play on his side. Matt Plesac, of course, was a top close second, but I was really impressed with Marcano's play tonight.
Merrillville's going to be a little bit tougher, Kent. It was a lot of different players. It was certainly a team effort on Merrillville's part. They did a great job as well on the defensive end of things. And, of course, Bradley Brack, what can you say? I mean, the young man picking balls out of the air on throw-ins and keeping things out of harm's way. He had that nice two-fisted punch out of there. Number 0 certainly in my photo for our Centier Bank performer of the game for the Bucks.
Well, I'd have to agree with him because the Plesac's throw-ins were always on the mark, and if he hadn't been playing on the top of his game, one of those would have made its way into the net. So I'd agree with you at Bradley Brack for the Merrillville Pirates.
Yeah, 8 shutouts on the season. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not too shabby. Not too shabby.
So our Centier Bank performers of the game are going to be Bradley Brack for the Merrillville Pirates as he gets his 8th shutout of the season, and the left fullback for the Hobart Brickies, Miguel Marcano, fittingly a senior on senior night, gets the honors here for the Hobart Brickies. Kent, your final thoughts on a very tough defensive battle out here tonight?
Yeah, congratulations to both squads. They got out of here unscathed without getting anybody hurt going into their Wednesday game. But, hats off to Brian. He's got his program turned in the right direction, as well as John Hutchins. Done a nice job with Hobart. Both coaches got a lot to be proud about this year. So I wish them the best going into the Wednesday games, and we'll see how they shake out. Maybe we'll be talking about them for Saturday.
Our coverage of Northwest Indiana soccer here in the 2014 season here on RRSN.com and Regional Radio Sports Network is brought to you in part by these particular folks, and they include the United States Marine Corps. You will learn to walk with honor. You gain the wisdom and command with decisive resolve. You think you have what it takes. Call 1-800-MARINES or log on to marines.com. Also by ArcelorMittal. They're the world's leading global steel maker, and they've done so by redefining excellence, visionary thinking, and creating opportunities which transform tomorrow. Teachers Credit Union, helping you to save automatically with TCU Everyday Savings. Visit tcunet.com to learn more. By Breakthrough Podiatry on the web at knowyourfeet.com. State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Centier Bank, member FDIC. By Christensen Chevrolet, located at 45th and Indianapolis Boulevard in Highland. By the Tauber Law Offices on Eagle Ridge Drive in Sherrville for all your legal needs. By the Northwest Indiana Soccer League. Check them out on the web at nwisl.com. By the Chicago Fire at 888-MLS-FIRE, or you can also check them out online at chicago-fire.com. We also want to thank Horizon Bank. They offer exceptional service and sensible advice for over 140 years. Also by Scapel Buick GMC Cadillac. Experience the Scapel difference at Scapel Buick GMC Cadillac in Merrillville and Valparaiso. By Tech Credit Union for vehicle financing as low as 0.99% for up to 36 months at techcu.org. Also by Schwartz Retson CPA, a certified public accounting firm serving Northwest Indiana since 1926. By Albert's Diamond Jewelers on Main Street in Sherrville and in the Westfield South Lake Mall in Hobart. Also by Levin Tire Center with 7 Northwest Indiana locations, earning your trust one day at a time since 1918. By Millennium Soccer Association Vardar, premier soccer club in Northwest Indiana for boys and girls, U8 through U18 at millenniumsoccer.org. And by Automasters, an ASC certified repair shop on Calumet Avenue in Hammond. Also, big thanks go out to our Hobart sponsors for tonight's ball game, and they included the Hobart Assembly of God, located at 7545 East Ridge Road in Hobart. Call them at 219-942-2691 or check them out on the web at hobartassembly.com. Also by the Hobart Soccer Club. Want to thank them for all their terrific support. You can check them out online at hobartsoccerclub.com. Also the Hobart Elks Lodge, 1152. Located at 3580 West 61st Avenue in Hobart. And remember, Trunk or Treat on October the 25th, garage sale on November 1st and 2nd, and New Year's Eve party. Also mention this ad before October 31st and receive 10% off your food bill at the Hobart Elks Lodge. And finally, Gill's Auto Repair, 2602 Beach Street in Valparaiso, 219-462-9694. Special thanks go out to Bob Glover, the athletic director here at Hobart High School. Kudos go out to Greg Crouch and the IT staff for helping us get on the air out here tonight. So for Kent Rosenbaum, along with Garrett Farrell and Ariana Jimenez, this is Mike Knezovich saying so long from the Brickyard at Hobart, where once again the final score, the Merrillville Pirates